Tonight, let's kick off recaps with Dimitri. If you don't mind, recapping something that stood out to you from last session, or kind of some big picture things that are going on.
Yeah, just open up the journal real quick. So we left the wolf den and we went back to Crake to bring the children. I think it was like 8 children in total, I believe. I only remember hearing two of the children's names, 2 girls, Akshi and Xiaoliki, who became friends with a couple members of our group. And then we dropped them off at Crake with the promise of also going to take care of the wine at the Wizard. So they accepted the children, and then we went to the Wizard of Wines, where we met Davian Mardakov and some of the other Mardakov family, where they said that there were some bad druids that had come and taken over the main building with all these little weird plant creatures. And as we tried to do a plan and try and distract people inside as we moved up, we were attacked by some I'm not sure what kind of blights, but these weird plant blights in the vineyard. And then some of the druids and more blights, like needle blights. I think some vine blights came out of the main building and are charging at us right now. I managed to take out one of the druids, which took out like all the blights that he was controlling. It seemed like so. It seems like a good idea to try and go for the druid to get the most bang for your buck that way. And that's where we left it, in the middle of this fight, in the middle of this vineyard.
Yeah, we covered some ground, didn't we, last session? And we got to bond with the children. I enjoyed that moment at the campfire. That was cool. I was glad you guys dove into that. And yeah, swarms and swarms of blights. Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration. And you did, yeah, you got both those names right, Akshi and Shaliki. I think a few other you guys bonded with the other children. I do have names for all 8 of them, but I guess we'll just leave it as is, unless you guys want the names. But thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration, and we'll see you next. Next will be Serena, if you don't mind continuing along with the recaps.
Yeah. Not too much I think I can add other than what's already been stated. We did make it back to Crick after taking care of the werewolves. And then, of course, it turns out it would have been better if we had taken care of the wine. I mean, I figured we were going to have to do both anyways, but it definitely seems like they wanted the wine taken care of much more than the werewolves, which is fine. You know, we got the children in there, which is important. But so now we just have to take care of this wine situation, which I don't know if they expect us to bring a bunch of back of wine, or if us just taking care of this will be fine. They didn't really say, so that'll be fun to figure out when we get back. And of course, we're getting swarmed, which it shows the importance of having somebody that can throw out a fireball. But we're making it work. Definitely surrounded by a bunch of weaklings, but it definitely looks like that. Kind of like my suspicions were kind of correct when Dimitri killed one of the druids, that a chunk of them went down. So I'm pretty sure if we just killed the 3 remaining druids, we should be fine. Which, of course, the struggle is just killing them. But I think we might be trying to retreat. It just depends on what happens. I think it's 50-50 in the air right now. So I'm very excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, we AoEs are pretty nice in these sorts of situations, and yeah, those Creekites are kind of cray-cray with who gets into their place, aren't they? But maybe we'll get to enter someday. Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration. And welcome, Winrel. next will be Winrell, if you don't mind continuing along our recaps.
I'll swap with her. She had to step away for a quick sec. So I'll just switch places. So in addition to, by the way, Dimitri's not allowed to go first anymore because he steals all the good stuff. But who takes notes in D&D? There's no note taking in D&D. No. So I think, let's see, fun parts that stuck out last session. We got a chance to bestow some interesting, potentially dangerous knowledge and kind of I guess good tidings on our orphaned wolves. Elward gave a small doll to one of the wolf children. I don't remember the name. I think it was the first one that Dimitri had mentioned, and I got to let's see. Serena also had a good interaction with regards to getting one of the wolf children some clothes as he was freezing to death. And sorry, regular children. Rebecca's like screaming from the other room, like they're not wolf children. So the children. Well, technically, they were children captured by wolves, so I still feel like wolf children still fits. Anyways, and then Jensen also had a kind of somewhat endearing moment talking to one of the young girls about pies. So hopefully not setting her on a potentially dangerous path. But always interesting to see the interaction with kids. Nice to see that Barovia hasn't completely destroyed our faith in the younger generation in humanity after our first instance with the Death House. Let's see, other fun moments from the session. Dimitri having a Deadpool-like triple headshot through multiple people with his piercing shot or violent shot. I can't remember what it was. And Serena and Jensen on the battlefield having a quick moment of Serena complaining that Jensen and Dimitri had to quote unquote save some for the rest of them. So that was also kind of a funny moment as well. So yeah, off to fight some more druids and some fake treant motherfuckers, and let's see where we get.
Yeah, definitely. I also enjoyed the not so Disney kind of rendition of children being raised by wolves. But you guys, hopefully, we haven't just created another pie maker or a weird puppeteer, but who knows? Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration, and we'll see you next. Next will be Elward, if you don't mind continuing along our recaps.
It's hard when half the session's combat. Well, we got to finally meet the Wizards of Vine, and it seems like my suspicions were correct, where they were associated with the ravens that have been following us, or at least I thought they were like familiars of some sort. But I was surprised when they actually were morphing into the ravens. I'm not sure if it's druidic or something else, but excited to see that there's more people out there doing the good out there in Barovia. Even sure they're making a profit from the vine, but the vine is at least lifting people's spirits up in Barovia, like the burgomaster said. So if we could make companions out of the Wizards of Wine, then that'd be something. But if not, then we're just gonna have to keep the vine for ourselves.
Yeah, we met old Davian Martikov and his family. That was a pretty cool reveal. I'm glad that the shockingness of it kind of stood out to you. Um, and indeed, wine is pretty much the only semblance of joy in this dark land. But it's important that we spread it. Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration as well. And last but not least tonight, if you don't mind, Winrel.
Yeah, so I don't know that there's much left, but I guess from Winrell's point of view, it was nice to get a chance to watch other people, I guess, kill those creeper hunters. So they kind of confirmed, Winrell's suspicions that they knew she was a wolf, or at least suspected that she was a wolf before in the inn. Why they didn't actually call her out is, I guess we'll never know, but it's an interesting question. Winrell had a very short interaction with one of the children. Obviously, she's feeling, like, I don't know, judged, or like just kind of like somewhat excluded right now with having had the children and everything, and they don't want to be wolves, and obviously she didn't want to be a wolf, and uh nice. I read all those books, Elward. um yeah, so she's just kind of feeling a little left out, was feeling like she couldn't really bond with the children, and thinking towards what she's going to do with her new pack, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on for sure. Kind of big changes, a new responsibility, perhaps. We'll have to see. And indeed, yeah, the encounter with those wolf hunters finally came to pass, and I blame it on the lack of random encounters. I've had their random encounter map set up forever now. We just haven't rolled it, and finally I was like, we got to do it, we got to do it. And when we rolled a random encounter, we stuck it in there. But I'm glad that we had that encounter for sure. Thank you. Go ahead and take your inspiration. Does anyone have any questions before we move back into session?
Not a question, but like that whole hunter encounter, it was like I felt a little bad about it because I was like, oh, that's like part of Winrell's thing. Like they're like giving her a hard time and everything. I was like, oh, this is gonna be great for her to get revenge. And I was like just trying to knock the dude out of the tree, and I ended up killing both of them. I'm like, oh, my bad.
Yeah, a little underwhelmed.
Oh,
That was it. I
Amanda,
think
Amanda
because we did so much leveling before encountering them. Then our power levels are just too different.
we're on a different level.
I'm pretty sure they got one shotted.
yeah, they need to rise their power level for sure. Their hair was not gold yet.
That one guy definitely got one-shotted, and then the dude in the tree was basically one-shotted because he ended up falling out, but then he bashed his head on a rock when he fell out of the tree. So really, the rock on the ground killed that dude.
Well, indeed. Sorry if it was a little underwhelming, but a little closure is always nice. I think the only bookkeeping thing. Oh yeah, the token maker thing. I'm not totally sure how I feel about it yet, but I did try it out. If you guys want to test out, we do have new token markers. You can each click on your token, kind of like where you're underneath your name on the page, and you should see some new token markers there. I feel like the default ones are sometimes confusing in what they're trying to indicate, and hopefully these ones are a bit more indicative.
Oh yeah, they look nice. Oh, the frowny face is still there at least. Oh, the frowny face.
Yeah, sad face.
I like my solid snake found by guards alert exclamation point.
Yeah, I love that. I don't know why you would use that, but I thought that was so cool. I had to add it.
Nat one on a stealth roll.
Yeah.
Dun
Use it
dun
for the
dun dun
enemies.
dun dun.
Kill stealth roll.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's jump back into it. We were in the middle of this pretty massive combat in the middle of the vineyard. We'll step right in. I preserve the turn order. Hopefully we don't get that crazy line of death from the turn tracker. But if we do, so be it. But indeed, we start off with Dimitri as... go ahead.
giant thing that we had. I forgot. I watched. I just popped in my head from the video walkthrough. The video that you posted. By the way, thank you for posting this. Super helpful in my ability to recall things that happened last session. The gold the hunters had, they had a lot of gold. They had like 125 gold, and it was like impressions. It was like minted at like with like faces of Strahd or something on it. So like obviously they were like somehow in cahoots, doing something for him because they had a lot of gold. They had a lot of gold for Barovians, and they had Strahd money.
Yeah, that's a very good indication. Remember that. Perhaps they were commissioned by something or someone to track you guys. Thank you. Dimitri, yeah, it's your turn, man. As we kind of find an advantageous spot, broke through some of the needle blights. As we look on the ground and the vines and the roots all around, Serena and Jensen and Winrel and a few of the needle blights kind of enraptured suddenly, and they caught up one of the needle blights as well as caught up Winrel, as both of those are restrained. But the rest of you were able to move through it. Everything else in that yellow block is difficult terrain right now. Your turn, Dimitri.
All right. Is the vineyard actual part where all the plants are, the vines, is that difficult terrain or regular? Like,
it's difficult. It's difficult. It's like gnarled roots and twigs and stuff.
Okay. I will move. As many of those people there as possible. I guess there. And then I want a piercing shot down to this guy. Actually, which one had that staff that reinvigorated? Sorry. Forgot about.
Oh yeah, the guy, he's got a little kind of a mad face on him.
Oh, okay, that guy. All right. In that case, I'm gonna move back to where I was. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm just seeing something. Yeah, so I'm gonna. If I move over, I'll move over. Sorry. Just trying to line it up a bit.
I think if you go to the left of Elward, then you might be able to. But you're gonna hit a. Oh yeah. Oh wait, no. It's a weird angle. If you want to hit him straight up, you have to go through Jensen.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go move here. And then I'm gonna shoot down. Yeah, shoot down to him like that. Get one whole row, I think, of those, the little blight.
Yeah, it'll be the first needle blight, the whole row of twig blights, this vine blight, and then the druid.
Okay.
Vine.
So it's 1, 2, 3.
The blood of the vines.
5, 6, 7, 8. 8 attack rolls. All right.
Jesus. Okay, go for it, dude.
So the first one is just the going in order.
It has advantage. That one is restrained.
Okay.
Nice.
Spend the grip point.
That's a hit, and just a kill.
Oh, nice. All right, gain that grip point back. And then 7 more coming up.
Uh-oh.
Looking for 13 for those, the first 5.
Okay, so the third one misses then?
Okay, and all the ones that you hit are kills.
Damn. Rolling and grip points.
I can only get 3.
Still rolling and grip points.
Alright, and the final two blasted through. You just see twigs and this black kind of ichor exploding out from all of these little blights, splattering the ground. And the one, your blind blight is also hit. Oh yeah, and definitely the druid is also hit, and screams in rage as he's pierced by the weapon.
All right, and then I'll move back 5 feet this way, and then go again. I want to see if I can hit the other line of. Oh yeah, hit the other line of.
I think you just missed the last one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably missed that last one. That's fine, but I'm getting 4 out of the 5, which is so same thing. Spend another point. So 6 that time instead of 7.
Okay, cool. All 4 of the twig blights are hit and slaughtered. And then the vine is hit again. And the druid is hit as 2.
All right, next round I'll have to reload, but that's all right. Gain my grip point back, and then that's my shot, or that's my turn because I already action surge, and I just used up all my movement, and I already did second wind. Yeah, then I'm. I don't have a EOT button right now.
Oh yeah, I'll skip. Jensen, becomes your turn as you just see rows and rows of blights kind of getting exploded out by Matilda.
So remind me again. I don't remember the circumstance regarding the like was it painfully obvious to all of us in combat that when the one druid died, several of the enemies withered?
I mean, I'll let you play it out however you saw it. It was kind of down the way by the stable docks, to the east side of the building, and Dimitri was firing down there as a horde of blights kind of came out, followed by a druid, and when the druid fell, the rest of the blights dissolved away.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, I'd like to think I would be aware of that, but I mean, I've only got a passive perception of like 11, so I'm gonna assume that I'm in the throes of combat and not worried about. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I just wanted to know if it was like super obvious that like Dimitri hit something and then like a bunch of stuff just like withered in front of us, being like, oh shit, we should do that. But yeah,
I think
I'm gonna RP.
I
I'm
think
gonna RP at the Jensen, just whatever's tunnel vision, whatever's in front of him is what he's gonna hit, sort of thing.
okay.
So I'm gonna whack this guy right in front of me.
Yeah, you do indeed. As you slash once, you take a massive chunk off, and then as you slash twice, it just crumbles into dust.
All right. Let's see. I'm in the so this is difficult terrain, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I will, seeing that the majority of the pack are coming from the front. I will probably make my way to about here. I'm gonna head them off, and then I'll enter in there.
The needles are gonna go. All right. Indeed, you see the druid that just got splattered over and over, kind of scream out this gnarly rage, and no one speaks druidic, so I won't roleplay it. But you kind of see the one with another gnarly staff kind of holding up, the one casting Entangle, kind of bark a command, and you see these needle blights change formation a bit. As the ones over here. kind of form a firing range, and all 5 of them are going to fire needle out towards you, Dimitri.
Bye, everybody.
So 5 shots at you, all at normal.
Not the worst.
Everything but the 13 hits. So
Oh, never mind.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. 16, 27, 34 damage.
that brings me to exactly 0.
Oh no. The other Needle Blight next to Irina and Serena and Elward is going to roll. Serena's going to try to attack you. Tries to claw at it.
Yeah.
I have thingamabob. Let's see. Oh, it didn't pop up. Oh, my other chins. Well, I have protection.
Okay. Yeah, so
my
you
sheet's,
impose disadvantage?
Yeah, my sheet's a little weird. For some reason, it rolled for Jensen.
No worries. No worries.
Okay, so that wouldn't hit.
Yeah, as the claw goes out, you see kind of Elward like kind of kick it in the shin, and it stumbles a bit and doesn't hit you. Yeah, go for it. That is just a hit on the needles. You stab your into this creature with your blade. You do some serious damage, but it's just barely holding on to its animated life. This one, go ahead.
14 doesn't
Oh,
kill?
thank you. You added damage. 14 is the enough. As you blast it away with your telltale strategy, your fighting tactics, quite effective. The other one that is hurt is going to step over here. And it's going to attack the fallen Dimitri. That has advantage of this. And hits. That's 2 failures, Dimitri.
I'm only 300 away. Come on.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This needle bite is going to try to attack Winrel.
I mean, it's almost like you can't shoot 17 things in a row in a straight line and not get hit.
I figured retaliation was enough.
Unfortunately, Winrel, that is also a crit, as it smacks claws into you as you're restrained by the vines. And it deals 14 piercing, which is just normal piercing, so 7 to you. 11, 5. 5 with all your buffs.
Ooh, hurt tanky tank.
And becomes your turn, Serena.
Alright. So this is difficult terrain, so that's only like half movement.
Right.
So immediately gonna move over to Jensen and take care of the one that's over. Alright, try again.
Second one is definitely a hit. And you shatter that one into pieces.
Alright, and I only move 5 feet, so I'm over here. I don't know, it doesn't block all the range, but I'm just gonna try to get in front of Jensen and just try to take some of the hits for him. I don't really have anything that can bring him back up.
Yeah, indeed. Winrel, becomes your turn.
Okay. Luckily for Dimitri, I am not below half health, so I can cast the spell. Actually, you know what? Let's see. Okay, 60 foot. So, for mass healing word, 60-foot range, is that like 60-foot range in all directions, or is it like
Yeah, it's like a
I'm in the
radius.
middle of that 60? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go for that then.
Cool. Yeah. Go. Are you using like a scroll? Didn't you guys get a
No.
scroll? Oh no, you just have it.
Maybe, but I just have it. Yeah.
Level 5.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
Level 3 spells.
My bad. Yeah. Everyone that hears, what do you call out as you cast your spell?
Oh, we mustn't fall to trees.
For twigs.
The needles more likely, but that's via fair point.
Don't ruin the mood.
you're
Fine. None for Serena.
Appreciate it nonetheless.
Oh, she's at full health. Maybe that's why she didn't appreciate it.
Even if some didn't appreciate it, your dying companion at your feet definitely was emboldened by it as you see Dimitri wake back up. Anything else on your turn, Winrel?
Yes. No. Past turn.
I greatly appreciate it if it makes you feel better.
I think mass healing
can-
word's a bonus action.
Yeah, you can do an action if you want, like a dodge or try to break free of the restraint or anything like
is
that.
it a bonus? Oh, okay.
Regain something.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is. I was thinking it was only healing word was a bonus. Oh, okay. I'll swing at this one here.
Cool. You'll have disadvantage since you're restrained.
Sure. Why not? I guess I can try to break the restraint
Yeah, you totally can.
for my action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that instead.
So
Strength-
it's
is it strength?
you can make an athletics or an acrobatics.
Okay.
Looking for a 12. It's they try to break free of the entanglement, but the vines hold on tight to you.
I was so deeply hurt by Serena's teasing that I just could not make.
That's how it be sometimes.
A bit of friendly fire, perhaps. But still, crucial healing. Elward, becomes your turn.
Okay. Still wanting to retreat, but everyone's fighting. I'll tell Dredson, get back. We must stay in formation. Dimitri's the main attraction. We're all but side characters.
That's
Guard
true.
him and his
he is the
guard him for
protagonist.
He's. We must protect him so he may perform his miracles with those weapons.
We have to wait.
But for right now, I will not
for
be
the opening
outshined.
theme to play.
But just because we're side characters doesn't mean you can't do stuff. I'm going to have Ada go on all fours, muzzle out the mouth, and I'm gonna rip on that cord real hard and launch a firebolts all the way at the druid that's been severely weakened. And I'm using my GM inspiration so I can finish this guy off.
Yeah, man, go for it. The one holding the Goliath staff.
Yeah.
You have advantage using your inspired words.
14.
And it would have hit. No, it does hit as the fire the firebolt streaks across the battlefield from this creepy spider-legged Ada all the way through the twigs, over their little tiny heads, striking deeply into the throat of this howling, raging evil druid. His head, it just lights up like a jack-o'-lantern as he falls to the ground. The Goliath staff falls as well, thudding with a reverberating sound. And yeah, that guy falls dead. And the ones that fall apart are... I think he had the vine... No, the other one had the vine blights. No, he had the vine blights. The two massive blights in front of the two druids crumble into dust.
Nice. But they weren't the immediate threats. Okay.
2
I
out of
still
4,
got-
man. 2 out of 4.
I still got Irina. She must protect the main character. The main character's going through his downfall, but now, for the climax now, he's gonna rise up. Take too many literature classes. Alright, Irina's gonna come up over here. And we're going to take the dodge action and try to pose protection to Dimitri. And that's the turn.
Very nice.
Oh wait, I can move a little bit. I can move 8. I could move 8 just about to protect the Dimitri too. Sacrifice my puppets. Okay, that's the turn.
Cool. Do you need me to do the done button?
Oh, do I have a done button? There you go. This is the thing.
No worries. Sometimes it gets way up there. Yeah, the druids go. You see the druid that just right next to the one that fell, kind of look down at the Gothias staff, drop his own gnarly wooden staff, pick up this black, oozing, just gross-looking staff, hold it to the sky and bold it with a rage, howling rage of his own, and cast out a spell. Yeah, you see like the staff kind of extends its gnarly wood, and it covers the entire body of this druid.
Okay.
And you see him kind of take some cover behind the door. The other druid.
That other druid's life goes to kill Dimitri.
Yeah. Let's see. It already cast Entangle. Man, them being far away is a tough thing. It's going to drop concentration on that Entangle and cast it again, but in the same exact spot. So you're no longer restrained, Winril. As the vines that are around you kind of let loose their grip. But quite suddenly, immediately, again, it's like the ground swirls and swarms with vines in themselves. I need strength saving throws, I believe. Let me double check. From everyone within that square.
Sure.
Yeah, strength saving throws.
That's Irina.
I'll use my inspiration on this.
Blue. Latest card.
That didn't help.
Ooh, there's a perfect entangle icon.
You know, I need to get up, so I'll spend a lucky point to re-roll.
Winrel, you're also entangled again.
Just got out.
Oh my god.
She's just been unlucky.
Dimitri,
Below 6.
with your luck point, you barely, like the vines are gonna like wrap you up and kind of form a coffin on the ground for you, but you just barely, with all of your effort, you rip out of it, and are not restrained with a 13.
All right. I need to get up.
That is the druids. There's only 2 of them. The twig blights. Oh man, are they gonna make their way there? They have pretty slow speed though.
As long as they can't shoot. Oh. one situation where a polearm master cavalier would have been perfect right there.
Yeah,
Twig Blights are playing Tetris on Jensen now.
these ones are going to dash. This one here is also going to dash.
Looks like Connect 4.
Okay, woof. The twig blights, it's just a swarming mass of little tiny twigs, just all over your ankles, Jensen, as several of them try to make kind of bite attacks at you. Let's see, 7 of them, as they kind of claw in their little twiggly hands onto your shins. Okay, there's 7. Beating AC 18, so 1, 2, 3 hit. So the first one does. You have heavy armor, don't you? Heavy armor,
That's
Master?
correct.
You take 1 damage. Yeah, I mean, these guys try so hard to break through your armor, but the little bitty tiny twiggly creatures, they pick the wrong opponent, as they can't break through your nice armor. You're able to twist and turn just at the correct moments, using your nice armor to shield yourself. Yeah, that's the twig blights. The vine blights are dead, so we will remove them. At the end of the round, you hear kind of a crow, a murder of macaws coming on from the west, as you see a flock of 6 ravens flying. You see they're kind of operating in teams of 2, each team holding a boulder, and they're like a heavy rock in their clutches. And they kind of do a strafe as they fly across the battlefield. They'll fly that far. As they get kind of over Jensen, they drop their rocks. Wow, they rolled really well. She's... we'll see. This one gets... as they kind of fly over, their rocks just obliterate 3 of the twig blights around you, Jensen. It becomes your turn, Dimitri.
All right. I'm gonna spend half my movement to get up. All right. Shit. I can really only move because this is difficult terrain, right?
It is, yeah.
I guess I don't have to move. I'm just gonna shoot at this druid right here. Oh, first I'm gonna spend one of my attacks to reload, and then I'm gonna use my last attack, and I'm gonna spend 3 grit points to make it violent shot, all of them on violent, and fire at this druid right here, the one that casts entangle.
Yeah, go for it. He is not the Barkskid one. That is a hit. And you get some extra damage, right? Or did it already roll? Okay, yeah, it already rolled.
Yeah, it just rolled like real low on those ones.
That's what when I saw that, I was like, that's pretty low for violent. That's okay. He's still looking pretty rough as your unique weapon just blitzed through him.
And then I think he's too far.
Oh, I'll give you a con save.
All right.
Entangle drops as the vines untwirl themselves from those trapped within, and kind of the ground becomes easily trodden once more.
Cool. So then I'll draw a dagger, a regular dagger, and throw it at him as a bonus action.
Cool. It'll be a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's fine. Just a regular dagger.
9's a miss.
Regret to unclick violent shot.
I was gonna say
19.
19.
A violent
19
dagger
so
throw.
much better.
Yeah.
I just hulked out on the dagger throw. Now I'm gonna move 50 feet. Have I move it over here, and then that is. I think I used second window already. I already checked that. That's my turn.
Susie, do you need me to do the done button?
If for whatever reason it still won't let me click done.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't know why the thing is like specifically picking on Dimitri.
Like I'm like hitting the done button. It's letting me click it. It's just not doing anything.
I have no clue. I'm sorry, man. And it worked for like when you like were controlling like what's his face, Ismark. It was working, but not.
Yeah, it would let me hit done for Ismark, but let me hit done for me.
I don't know. Sorry, man. Jensen, your turn.
That's all good.
Oh,
He's attacking the one south from him.
Swiggy,
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I want to attack the one directly in front of me.
you just absolutely pulverize it as it blasts into shards. How long is your bell radius?
It's 15 feet.
Yeah, it is. The bell kind of rings out. You see the druid kind of clutch his ears. Let me give you a whiz save.
Oh, is he close enough? I thought he was 20 feet away.
It's 15 feet from your target, right?
Ooh.
That's a great question. Let me look at the item again.
I think it was target because we did this before.
15. Oh yeah, 15 feet from the creature slain. Oh yeah, good call, guys.
Ooh.
And that's a failure. And a good roll. As the bell rings out, indeed, he kind of clutches his fingers, but you see this greenish kind of blood kind of splurt at and drip down his fingers as he's clutching his ears. That's pretty grody.
Oh, he's still up.
Just barely.
So
See me do it again.
yeah. I was gonna say as I see him kind of as the blood coming out of his nose and his ears and his eyes. I'm gonna take a few steps forward here, taking some AOs. So however many that is, I'm actually gonna walk right up to this guy, and I'm gonna use my second attack to swing at the guy just south of me again. So
Oh, nice.
whatever that is.
Yeah, you'll
or
take
3 AOs.
3.
Thanks.
None piercing your armor whatsoever.
And I'm gonna use my second attack action to swing at this one.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Then
Go ahead and roll a crit fail.
maximum effort.
Okay, that's not too bad. You did roll the high enough chance, so roll a dexterity save. Okay, I was imagining like the little tiny dinosaurs in Jurassic Park were about to eat you, but you stay on your feet.
Okay, so enraged that I was walking toward the guy, letting these like little wimpy branches kind of like nick at my shins and my armor, and then tripping as I walked up as I was about to swing at this next guy. I'm actually going to burn my action surge now.
Yeah,
and
man,
I
go
want
for
to
it.
take I want to take another swing at this guy.
12 is a hit. Describe the kill.
Oh, on the little thing.
Oh, I thought you. Sorry, my bad. I thought you were attacking the druid.
Oh, I assume I have to hit the little stick in front of me, but it's okay. I'm going to use my next attack action on him.
Does your Death Note have reach?
Yeah, it has reach.
But it's only once per turn, so it's still the same turn, I believe.
Oh no, you can attack anything within 10 feet of you.
Oh really? Oh, and these things are small too, right?
You're right, they're tiny, yeah.
Like half waist. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. If I can do that, I'm gonna walking toward him with a little stick figure in front of me. I'm gonna kind of like wave off the brush as I impale this guy just straight through. Maybe even going through the bush, like seeing him kind of cower, just right through the branches of the thing.
Nice. And indeed, that druid is slain.
And as I pull back, as I pull back out, I'll swing at the thing right at my feet.
And you just pulverize that little creature as it kind of looks up at you in terror. And as that druid is slaughtered, you notice that a huge wave of relief kind of comes from your companions behind, as the needle blights all disappear into ash.
Nice.
Perfect.
Thank God those are the ones I was worried about.
I mean, either would have been fine, but yeah, this is a lot better.
So I'll spend the rest of my turn spinning 180 to face my comrades, giving them kind of a wily grin, while branches still poke at my armor.
Yeah, with pretty little success too. Serena, becomes your turn.
So feeling pretty empowered by this, seeing that we're actually turning it around, Serena's just going to charge in and just start stabbing the twig blights to finish this as quickly as possible so we can get inside. So, left. So this is the one directly west.
That is a hit. And you shatter it into pieces.
And that's on the one directly east of me.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
I'm just going to position that.
Go for it. Becomes a hit. And you absolutely destroy that one as well.
Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and use Action Surge. And I'm going to go ahead and move there. I don't think I take attack of opportunity from that guy.
No, you're still within attack. Yeah.
And once again, west to east, both ones.
Yeah, that is definitely a hit. And another destroyed blight.
And the one on the...
Another hit. So you kind of very nimbly move through this swarm of little critters, destroying them left, right, left, right.
And that'll be my turn.
And Winrel becomes your turn.
All right. I'll shout just a little bit more to Dimitri, and I will cast a healing word at level 2.
Thank you.
Pretty effective
Ooh,
healing.
that was a good roll, yeah.
Max on both is great.
Yeah. And then I guess I'll just, for lack of anything else that I'm able to do, I'll just try to step forward and swing at this.
Go for it. As you swing with your blessed mace, Unfortunately, maybe it's like a little too low to the ground for you to really bother that much. As you kind of swing at it, it doesn't quite make contact.
Come on, Windrill. Put your back into it.
As you receive, not only give, but also receive words of encouragement, Elward, becomes your turn.
I just draw back at him.
I can't do that just yet. Because I gotta move first. Then I move Irina Puppet. That's my 30 feet. Okay. As an action. Well, first I'm gonna like look up at the ravens and give them a head nod. It's a sign of approval. And then as an action, I'm gonna squint my eyes and stare the door down and hold a firebolt action for when this druid decides to come out again.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and the ravens kind of, you hear like a macaw as the flock kind of flies off to the east.
Then Irina Puppet will just give it an attack at this one next to it. Nothing crazy. Oh, I need to change up her stats a little bit. Keeps defaulting for some reason. 6.
Yeah, Irina Puppet gets a kill as it shatters this little twig.
Hey, first kill. Okay. Looks like the tides are changing, so yep, that's the turn.
Let's see, the druid is still alive. It's pretty far.
We saw the last one retreat to the house. Is that right?
Yeah, it kind of went into the house.
Yeah. After you picked up that big spooky staff.
Yeah. How? Yeah, I think this guy.
I hope he doesn't think these twigs can be.
Yeah, it's twisted. It's gonna come back out of the house just briefly. Your action will go off. 13 as your firebolt kind of fires, it strikes directly into the druid, but it hits the bark skin of this druid and doesn't do anything. But it comes raging out running straight for you. As it gets to about here, it holds this pulsating, green flowing, black gnarly staff, and it stabs it deep into the ground. And you get one of those resonating sounds that rumbles throughout the vineyard once more. And you kind of feel the pulsatingness of this awful staff, and it howls as a challenge. Twigs. Alright, the twigs are gonna go. Yeah, they're going to, kind of bully up again. It'll be 3 on Jensen and 3 on Serena. Do top down first, so 3 on you, Serena, as these little twigs try to claw at your feet. Oof, 1 hits for 5. And then the other one fails badly. Yeah, go for it. Counter attack. Unfortunately, your counter is just a miss. It did not roll high enough to do the fumble. It's just a miss. Another 3 attacks on you, Jensen. Yeah, they cannot pierce your heavy armor. These twigs are pretty ineffective against you guys. At the end of this round, you see the ravens kind of continue to fly back, fly out of sight. It looks like they're headed to get more ammunition or something. Dimitri, becomes your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna step over here. 5 feet. Just get a clear line on the. And 2 shots at him. I don't have any grip points. So, just normal.
As you fire, the weapon just barely pierces through the bark into him on the first shot, but the second one kind of bounces off this unnatural armor.
And then I'll move 5 feet forward then, and throw a dagger at like this needle blade, or this little blade here.
Sure.
Twig blade.
Still with an optimal? Oh no. Okay, roll a crit fail.
I think
It's
that's
not doing it today.
the daggers aren't doing it today.
My girl's about to get a dagger thrown in her back. Like, what the heck?
I'm so glad you didn't roll that fail, because that would have been horrible. But
Really
you rolled
weird
too low.
way to roleplay.
Just gotta stop throwing daggers this round. It's alright. But that's it. That's my turn.
Yeah, you see the dagger kind of fly out of her hand way too late as it kind of grazes across your pants, creating a new pee hole. You're quite thankful it didn't go any deeper than your pants.
Yeah, if that happened, I don't think the blindness was going to be the worst thing that happened to you. That's
Nah, that would have been that would have been true.
Oh man. Here's the done button. Help. Jensen, becomes your turn.
alrighty. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna take a swing at the little bugger.
That is a hit, and you shatter it into pieces. Which one was it?
The one to my south,
Yeah, it's blown to bits.
and then I'm gonna take off running to the. I don't have to do the thing, but I think I'm pretty sure I have 30 feet. I'm pretty sure he's within 30 feet.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so after I essentially step on the twig, I'm gonna make a dead sprint for this guy, taking the 2 or 3 attack.
As you get close, first it'll be a few claws as you kind of move out of the attack range of these blights. One will hit for 2. Perhaps, I don't know. Maybe your groins are sensitive to this as well. But as you get to right here, Jensen, you see the staff at the ground, the feet of this druid stabbed into the ground, pulsate quite strongly, and a wave of force comes at you. I need a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, you save, but you take some thunder damage. You get blasted for 5 thunder damage, but you maintain your feet. Go ahead. Yeah, so then you could have made it all the way there.
Does it impede my path or no?
No, not at all.
All right, sweet. So I will take the second attack of my action on this guy.
That is a hit as you slice through his bark skin.
Sweet. That's all I got. So I will end turn. Oh, wait, where's the gun? So many claws. There's the gun.
Serena, becomes your turn.
Let me see. Alright, so I have enough movement to get over him, so I'm going to take all these attacks of opportunities and try to get over there to help finish him off. So I'm just going to dash for it. Well, not use the action dash, but you know what I mean. So I don't know if that
You'll
triggers
take
it again.
you'll take 2 because the other 3 have all used their.
Oh yeah.
1 will hit for 5.
That's not too. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use both my attacks on.
That is a hit for sure. Describe the kill.
I'd like to think as Jensen kind of brings it down, I'm just kind of running up and doing like a whip around, and we just kind of finish it together, like that.
Very nice. That'll end combat as you slay the final druid. You see the various twig bites, the few little tiny ones left, shrivel into ash.
Well, appreciate you letting me get one for one.
Yeah, you gonna quit your bitching now?
No.
Yeah, I figured as much. Is that all of them? Hey, Dimitri, you all right?
Yes, I'll be fine. Just a little pin cushioned right now.
I said there were only 4 of them.
Indeed. But we should give the house a quick rundown to see if any remain.
Anyone's in there? You got 2 options: the hard way or the dead way. But we're coming in either way. Let's start heading for the house.
Yeah,
Do you have a way it works?
I'm gonna bunch you guys up on the map real fast so I can ping you over to another map as we get close to the house.
As Jensen would tell you, he is word poor but cocksure. I think that's the line from the movie. I can't remember.
Sounds pretty good.
What movie is that?
I think it was like one of the Monty Pythons. I thought I may be summarizing.
So as we approach, we kind of get near the actual winery itself, the building. We see that to the kind of the east is the stables. We walk towards the front door. The door is open, and what it leads into is kind of a barrel maker's workshop. What you see through the main entrance are strips of iron and wood lying in neat piles on the floor of this workshop, the walls of which are lined with tools. 2 work tables stand against the east wall, and no response whatsoever to your call, Jensen. You actually, well, maybe you hear like a little bit of braying actually coming from the stables to the east. That's one of the few animal noises I'll actually make.
Nice. All right, Jensen will head toward the sound.
There are kind of closed barn doors on this.
Right. Go ahead and push them open.
Yeah, you open up into a little stable. You see 2 giraffe horses, kind of gray mares. They look pretty uneasy, a bit frightened actually, but they are kind of blocked off in their pen.
I'll start kind of just talking like whoa now, and as I'll approach, and maybe I'll pull out a couple of rations and see if they'll like as I slowly approach, see if they'll take it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an animal handling check. Maybe like give them like sugar
This is
or some
gonna go
apples or something.
so well, guys. Watch this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my DM inspiration because I think horses would be cool. Yep, that's about right.
Yeah, that's still pretty good. Yeah, I mean, as you kind of approach the horse, they're both still a bit nervous, but as you offer their food, they do eat the food out of your hands. They still kind of eye you with their big horsey eyes, though. They're not totally calm, but they're not nearly as wild-eyed as they were.
As they're eating, if they'll let me, I'll kind of pet their manes a little bit and just all right, there you go. You're all right now. Well, we got some horses. Let's check out the house.
Yes. You see Dimitri like pull out like a big needle out of his freaking shoulders.
As you go kind of in between the stables and the house, you do see the loading dock kind of in between. Parked on the loading dock is a wagon with 3 barrels set in braces on the bed. A raised wooden walkway runs along the west, south, and east walls. Through a hole in the ceiling, you see the wooden arm of a loading crane with ropes and hooks dangling from it. That's what this is here.
Pretty normal house. I'll start making my way through the front door. This is where the last druid was like ducking in and out, right?
Exactly, yeah. The door is actually open in here. I'm sorry.
No worries. Ooh, fine.
Yeah, as you kind of enter into this next room, you see a barrel storage. Rows of new barrels fill this room. A narrow stone staircase spirals upward in the southwest corner. You see a spiral staircase there. And the larger doors to the south lead to huge fermentation vats. The rich smell of fermenting wine fills this large 2-story chamber, which is dominated by 4 enormous wooden casks, each one 8 feet wide and 12 feet tall. A wooden staircase in the center of the room climbs to a 10-foot wooden balcony that clings to the south wall, which has 4 windows set into the balcony. You see the sign kind of burned into the wood, "The Wizard of Wines." But there's like 4 huge vats of wine. It looks like the easternmost one is empty, as you can look around the room, and the other 3 are all full. I think I'll remove the dynamic lighting on those. Yeah. And in fact, as you kind of come to this this massive area, you kind of look around the vineyard. You can kind of see up into the top floor, and it looks utterly empty from both this floor and the above floor. There is this back door that's closed, though. No, I'm sorry. It's open because people would have come through it. That one over there.
Stairs, I'm assuming.
Yeah, spiral staircase that goes up and down.
No. I'll cautiously go up. Some way. Not sure which way is going to bring me.
You kind of come up to a hallway that leads into several rooms, and you can in fact actually you see that there's a door over here to your east. It seems to open back up into the big room.
Where?
Sorry, right here.
Oh, okay.
And some nice windows that look out over the vineyard.
Alright, just gonna check out. Is this a bedroom?
Indeed, as you come into this bedroom, it is a printing press, actually. In this chamber are a desk, a chair, a tall wooden cabinet, and a strange contraption that takes up most of the northern end of the room. You see the contents of the cabinet have been haphazardly tossed all over the floor. Kind of papers and belongings and clothes and things like that.
All right. Well, I don't see anybody in it, so I'll move over to this door then and take a listen.
Oh, sorry. It's
Oh, no.
totally silent.
Okay, I would have opened it. So
I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the dynamic lighting. I'm gonna take off the dynamic lighting for this one. Because this place is empty. But feel free to explore. I just don't want to I think it'd be best to have it open for you guys since it's so big.
this is really weird.
Yeah.
You remove the dynamic lighting, but it's like what the dynamic lighting was is just permanently stuck on my screen.
Oh, sorry. You might have to refresh.
Yeah.
It always does that. I'm sorry, guys. When you
That's all good. I was like moving the map, and it's just moving through the dynamic lighting. I'm like, what's going?
If Roll20 was perfect, we wouldn't have tabletops.
Yeah, even
Okay, I wasn't gonna loot anything. This is just all. I was gonna just check the rooms here. There's no like enemies in this stuff.
No, there's no enemies. That's why I removed the dynamic lighting.
Oh, okay.
But if you guys want to explore areas, just let me know and we'll walk through it.
Yeah, I would explore room by room to see if those druids left any sort of I don't know, journals or uh, anything handwritten or.
Yeah. Do you want to give me like an investigation check? Like you want to do the first floor?
Sure.
Oh, did you move me or was I? Oh, I was there. Oh, okay.
Now we were just having dynamic lighting problems.
yeah. Serena would probably go with Elwards. I don't know if you want to roll investigation with advantage or just have me roll.
Ooh, +7.
Sure. Yeah. So as you kind of investigate the full extent of the first floor, you notice that yeah, we described the first two rooms, the wine storage and the kind of the barrel working room. You don't find anything of note there. You do kind of find in outside the first floor, there's an outhouse and a well, but nothing stands out there to you. To the far west of the part of the first floor is wine storage. Or not just normal storage, I'm sorry. But it looks like that some basic supplies and clothing were kept here and were kind of rushed out haphazardly. Like perhaps they're the Were Raven's belongings, but they didn't have time to take them with them as they fled the winery. In the actual fermentation room, you notice that 3 of the vats still have wine inside it, but they smell quite awful. You can clearly tell that they're no longer good for drinking. The kind of the southeast part of the chamber, you see kind of a sliding store, like a garbage chute kind of thing, but for barrels. And towards the south part of the first floor, you find a glass blower's workshop where they'd make bottles. And they do have plenty of beautiful bottles stored. None of them have labels though yet. That's the first floor. You see in the glass blower's workshop, as well as the spiral staircases, that there's a basement as well.
I'll try the second floor shot.
Yeah.
Well, while Elwer's doing this, I'll go outside and like flag down the ravens or the family and let them know that it seems to be all.
Yeah, they'll kind of begin to approach. You kind of see Davian actually in human form kind of strolling down the path with a few of his children with him. You see as they kind of approach, they take a wide berth of the staff and plant it into the ground. They don't come anywhere near that pulsating black staff.
Yeah, we should probably do that. But yeah, I go up the spiral staircase I saw. Make sure you go up and I'll give each room a quick look. I'm not gonna like rummage through. Respect the Wizard of the Wine's family's privacy, but I just wanted to see if the druids left anything behind of note.
Yeah, we'll go like right to left. The main area is just kind of a balcony that looks down into the vats, but you have this on the right side. You have a loading winch, kind of dropping down into the wagon below. Nothing of note really that stands out to you there. The next room to the left of that is the master bedroom. It's quite detailed and very beautiful, but it looks like it's been rummaged through a good bit as well. There's a desk that seems like it's been rummaged through pretty heftily. There are quite a bit of records, as you can see the papers across the ground. Do you want to look at those or no? There's also a wooden chest.
I'll give the papers a quick skim if it doesn't mention anything that if it looks like it's the Wizard of the Vines families, I'll just stop. But if it looks like the druids wrote something of interest, I'll look through it.
Yeah, mostly just as business records. The only thing that kind of stands out to you is odd. I mean, like, some of them are like shipment records to the Blood of the Vine Tavern in Barovia. Some are shipments to the Blue Water Inn in Vallaki. Some are to Crake. Some are to the Vistani. But one stands out to you. It looks like a pretty particularly old record that says to Strahd. That's
Uh,
Oh, that's right. He wanted that golden something.
business is business.
The next one room down is the kitchen dining room. Nothing too much here. The supplies have pretty much been devoured. The next two are bedrooms. Both the two rooms next to the dining room. You do see something that stands out to you specifically. Is a wooden horse, a wooden rocking horse. The horse is black with wild eyes and has painted orange flames where its mane and tails and hoofs should be. Carved into the wooden horse is the name Bucephalus, and you see the slogan: "Is no fun, is no blinksy." And then the printing press is the final room to the west.
Can't wait to end the campaign to find out we were just in some kid's imagination.
Is no fun, is no blinksy.
And Strahd's just a kid who imagines himself as a tyrant vampire. But yeah, if that's all I see and there's nothing of note, I'll leave everyone's privacy and I'll just head back out and if no one has done it already, see if anyone's checked the druids' bodies and.
I was about to say that was the next thing I was going to do is check the druid.
No one's checking the cellar?
Like I said, the first time we got drinks together, I'm not much of a wine guy. If anyone wants that brewery tour, then they could go ahead.
I think Lennon really wants us to go into the cellar.
So are there two? Is there the cellar entrance, the stairs down here, and then also a spiral in the middle?
Right, the spiral, the spiral to the west, and then the stairs back in the glassblower's room, as well as the chute, kind of the garbage chute.
Gotcha.
If I see Dimitri going through bodies, no
Yeah.
one's going to a cellar, then I'll go to a cell.
Okay.
Maybe I'll find a clue there.
Jensen's walking around with what looks like an empty goblet, just like kind of almost pathetically, kind of like knocking on various barrels, looking for one that's
Yeah. Give me an investigation check real fast, Jensen.
It's just looking for a nozzle.
I'll go in the basement.
Okay. Jensen, as you look around in pretty much the whole winery, not the cellar, but like this main floor, the only wine you notice is the ones in the vat, and you can smell the funk as well. It smells like bad wine.
I'll kick something over, an empty barrel or something. Like, God damn it! And then I'll chuck the goblet kind of angrily, and I'll just kind of like slump after Elward. And,
Winrell, as you go down to the basement, you kind of see that the cellar is divided into two parts, the western and the eastern section. The western part is just completely devoid of any barrels or bottles or anything. The east side, though, the east side of the cellar has 3 barrels labeled, kind of frosty barrels. It's kind of cold down here in the cellar. Each of them labeled Purple Grape Smash number 3. And you see 3 bottles left remaining on the wine rack. A single bottle of Purple Grape Smash number 3, as well as a bottle of Red Dragon Crush, and finally 1 bottle of Champagne de l'Estampe.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what he wanted.
Yep. All right. Well, I'll definitely take those 3.
Yeah.
And the barrels they're full barrels, or it was just a bottle?
They're full barrels of wine. Big ol' barrels.
All right. Sweet.
Cool. Let's go back to that this outside map. As Davian approaches and we sort through the dead bodies. The druids themselves are pretty barren. They're not wearing any clothing other than like a loincloth, and 2 of them were like wielding gnarly quarterstaffs made of black wood, and then the other one had that pulsating black staff with kind of green ichor kind of pouring down it that stabbed into the ground. But so you don't find much on them, unfortunately. Not much for possessions.
All right.
But David approaches as you've kind of waved him down. Aye, well, it seems you all did your job. It's some good work. It got a bit hairy there. Is everyone feeling okay?
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I just sneezed. Well, yes, no. I think everyone's all right. It did get quite hairy toward the end, or middle there, but we brought it.
What did you find anything inside?
Looks like I only briefly went over things to make sure no one else was in there, but looks like they rummaged through some of your belongings.
Possessions, no matter, but the vine, whether that's okay.
The wine in the vat smelled a bit off. And that one, if I was looking at that correctly, one of the vats looked damaged, right?
Yeah, one of them had like a big crack in it, and all the wine had spilled out.
Well, yes, no, the wine in the vats smelled bad off. I'm not sure what happened to it. And the one of the vats is cracked.
You see Davian kind of look a bit downcast. Yeah, well, we'll have to make do, I guess. Perhaps the celebration was a bit early. He kind of struggling with something. I didn't know if I could trust you with everything and still get your help. Perhaps a bit of a withholding of the truth. The whole story was made by me. You wish for wine, right?
Yes, we need
Ideally.
wine to. We need to bring some wine back to Craig.
Yes, I guess it was a bit of a stupid question. Everyone needs wine here in Barovia, but yes. Can I tell you a bit of a story? Maybe that'll be my best way of explaining.
Sure.
Good. I didn't know what to say if you said no. You see, perhaps it struck you as a bit odd that our vineyard here is so lush. Well, it used to be, but I'm sure you've travelled a bit through Barovia, and everything is choked by this awful mist. It is by no wonder that our land is the only fertile one in all of Barovia. It is the powerful of a magic beyond Strahd himself, older than Strahd. You see, our wizard granted the Krakow family 3 powerful gems, about the size of a pine cone, shining beautiful green, and they were planted here in the soil of our beautiful vineyard. They allowed us to grow all 3 beautiful grapes. The finest produced our Champagne de la Stump, the next Red Dragon Crush, and the poorest of all, the Purple Grape Smash, but all need their own taste, right? The thing is, all of these gems have been stolen, and that is why our vineyard is so dried up and dead. I have to blame my son a bit. Erwin Matakov, he runs the Blue Water Inn in Valaki, the lazy lad, but I don't know what happened to it. He was supposed to be guarding the gems, and well, I think he fell asleep, perhaps drank too much wine, and one of them went missing. This was a few years back, but we thought nothing of it. Not many could afford our Champagne de la Stump anyways. But that grape died off, and we couldn't produce any more. Next, just a few weeks ago, that witch, that hag, down by the ruins of Berez in a swampy home, she sent those scarecrows, and they stole it. They stole the second gem, and I don't know what she's using it for her own foul purposes, but then Red Dragon Crush is no more. And we thought, well, maybe the taste of Barovians will change.
Cut out, or you're cutting out.
Oh, sorry, any better?
Yeah, you cut out after Red Dragon Crush.
Oh, well, it was we hoped that the Barovians would change their taste a bit. But then, our worst nightmares came, and these druids came. And they stole the 3rd gem, kicked us out of our own vineyard, and they took us to that ritual place. Well, who knows what they do with this gem. But now all our grapes dead.
How could these other people have known of the gem?
That is a very good question. I do not know. Maybe the Krakovs stole something. You see, this vineyard is not originally the Matakovs. We married into it, and as tradition goes, the Krakova, she took the Matakov name, and she was a great vineyard, and we took over her vineyard. Now there's the Matakovs.
Did those druids come here with that staff? And Serena's going to point back to the staff that's stuck in the ground.
You see Davian kind of shiver a bit. Well, yes, we, the Martikovs, we do have a bit of information. Gossip is one of our specialties. But I do not know necessarily the origins of this blight. I believe there's a grove on Yester Hill, and a foul thing lurks there. An ancient thing. And I think this is drawn from such.
Yeah, so
So you're thinking the gem might be on Yes.
That is where the druids, they tend to rest, them and the wild folk. Beware though, Yester Hill has ancient secrets, ain't more ancient than Strahd himself. The dark powers work their magic over the mist there. They say a god died, a god that was saving the world, and he breathed out his last breath, and they created the mist that we see now that choke us, but it is strongest there on the hill.
Well, it seems like we won't have much of a choice anyways, but if we do go, I don't think we should go there right.
well,
Oh,
when
fine.
the druids stole the last gem, did they steal it and then leave and then come back, or did they just steal it and then go into the house?
No, they came with a horde of them. There was over a dozen of them, and those wild folk, men with scary axes. They came and they attacked. My family, we spotted them from afar. It was one of Dag's young boys. He came screaming and hollering. Well, you know how we scream. And he kind of shrugs a bit. And well, we had a bit of a heads up, and we fled. And since then we've kept an eye. Some have gone, some have gone. But yes, that is what has happened.
Right, so this gem is on Yester Hill. And where is that exactly?
Yester Hill is just a bit of a walk to the south, maybe a day's travel at most. Yes, I believe that is where the one is. And the other I'm certain that hag Baba Lysaga has, and her swamp of Berez.
Alright, and the third one? Where was the third one?
I do not know. I pressed Erwin so and over, but he said he didn't know. He said it was an accident. I have not heard any rumors of it. We've kept our beaks pointed to the air, listened for what we could, but no rumors of it has spread.
Well, it sounds like if we can at least get one gem back, that should suffice for a bit.
If you would do such a thing, we would be forever in your debt. The Martikovs can't offer much in strength, but we can offer information. And
I don't suppose you could also offer somewhere to stay for the night.
Yes, of course. If you'd wish to stay with us, we'll help to do a bit of cleaning and salvage what we can. If you plan to bring the gems, maybe we will stay here. But I did not know what we would do if the crops stayed dead.
We'll talk about this tonight as a group, but I think we can try and help you get at least one of the gems back to get wine to the people of this land to try and, raise their spirit. No pun intended.
I appreciate it, even if it was intended. Sounds like a good spirit people. I very much appreciate all of your service to us and to all of Barovia. It would be my honor if you stayed with us tonight. I apologize if things are so disorderly. Was there anything in the cellar?
Yes, it appeared that there was 2 barrels down there that may be okay. And I found this bottle of grape smash number 3, and the dragon one. That was all.
I see. Well, a barrel's a barrel. It is pretty much all I have to offer to you, but I do have shipments that are needed to be made. Perhaps I will split the shipments. One to Craig and one to my son in Valaki. Borovia will have to do without for now.
I think Barovia's gone at the moment, except for the catastrophic attack. I'm sure the people are fleeing to the other cities as we speak.
What happened here? This is news to me.
The burgomaster died. The daughter and son left, and their house was on fire. And the priest there, son was stricken with vampirism. A lot of wrong. Oh, and a cheap general store seller. A lot's going on over there. And then there was an undead attack. Barovia's seen better days. Well, that particular village, I mean, not the entire land.
Mentioning the general store owner, Dimitri audibly grumbles.
You see Davian kind of a big smile spread across his face. It sounds a bit like the norm to me. Barovia has been in a dark place for quite a long time. Did you not see that the eyes of many of those townsfolk, they are soulless? Even if they breathe and they walk, they are not alive. No, that town has been dead for some time. Even if the burgomaster and his children are gone, even if the church is gone. No. The only thing that is sure there is that the Blood of the Vine Tavern stays open. The Vistani run it, you see, and they are a good customer.
Barovia's a long ways away, but yeah, maybe you can work something out if we bring one of the gems. But yeah, I think Craig and Falaki might be your best bets for now.
Agreed.
I'm sure they're ready to throw coin at you as we speak.
Coin is good when you can earn it.
Let's focus on the now and not the future. Let's focus on maybe cleaning up your house a little bit. I'd rather sleep in a comfortable bed than a broken one.
Certainly. I'm sorry to be so rude and keep you, but yes. It's the least I could do.
And then I start getting Ada and Irita to like sweep up and stuff.
And if you do have any wine, I would greatly appreciate a glass or several.
Unfortunately, for the only wine we have is the bottles that your friend found, and the barrels that we will ship. But tomorrow will be for that. It looks like that Earl and Bessie are okay. As he kind of eyes the stables. They actually look like they're in pretty good spirits. I expected them to be dead with fear. But yeah, we can spend the day cleaning up the house, interacting with the Mordakovs, maybe popping one of their few bottles of wine if you so choose. But yeah, we will call a break there as we spend the day. You guys can benefit from a long rest.
How much experience did we gain from that blight fight?
We gained for the fight we got each of you get 870 experience.
Level up.
For exploring the house, I'm gonna split this between Elward and Winrel. You both of you get 200 experience. And for the roleplay, I'll give each of you an additional 200 experience. So everyone gets 1,070, and Winrel and Elward will get an additional 200 to that. Yeah, and if you level up, you can level up.
Sweet. Also, I have a question, Lennon, about the level. I was thinking of multi-classing into Rogue. With expertise, it says I can put expertise in my proficiency with thieves tools, but can I use that proficiency for expertise in my tinkerer's tools?
Ooh, I think that you could. Let me double check just to make sure the wording isn't totally off, but I think that you could.
Because it says I think according to Raw, you can't. It just says skill proficiencies and proficiency with thieves tool.
Oh, okay. What is the thing? Something if you gain expertise, you get to place it in any tool set.
I think that's a feat.
That may be a feat, yeah.
I think Prodigy.
Is that the only reason you're going into Rogue?
No, I was thinking about going into Rogue. That would be nice to have expertise, but it's not like a deal breaker if it. I was just curious because it would be nice. If not, no big deal.
Yeah, I may say no, just because the Rogue seems to be. It's like specifically Thieves' Tools because it's a Rogue kind of thing. I thought it was like any toolkit, but I think the any toolkit thing is like a feat, like we said. Hopefully that's fair.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that was a feat. If that's a feat, then I might just take another level in fighter and gain an add.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was asking if that was the only reason, because I was going to suggest going about it the other way. But yeah, we'll take our break, and you guys can benefit from a long rest, level up, and such. Is anyone not level 6 now?
Me and Winrel.
I don't think you gain expertise with the. Yeah, with the prodigy, I don't think it's for skills. I don't think it's for tools.
Okay, I think there is a way. Let me over break. I'll look into it, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to gain expertise in toolkit. It may be something whack like the artificer or something like that, but I'll look into it real fast.
yeah.
Ties in.
I couldn't do artificer because my intelligence isn't high enough. So.
Dummy.
We'll come back at 40 minutes past the hour.
All right, cool.
Cool. What I was saying
Charging battery
was a long-winded thing about proficiencies and expertise and stuff like that. But essentially, the only thing I can find is artificer tool expertise that specifically gives tool expertise. But I honestly don't think it's broken in any way to give it otherwise. So I think whether you go through bard expertise, rogue expertise, or the prodigy feat, and this is fine for any of you guys' builds or backups, you can replace a skill expertise or a thieves tools expertise for another toolkit's expertise. I can see that be like theme based if you're like a healer or a poisoner or something like that, or in this case a tinkerer.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I thought it was a much simpler thing. Like I legit thought it was like a feat or something, but apparently it's a pretty specific raw thing. Any other questions before we move back into session? So we still have a few at level 5.
Then that's what I'm going to do then, Lennon, is I'll take a level of rogue for my...
That's cool of me. Okay, if no questions, we'll move back into things.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Isn't there a way for me to drag and drop spells from the compendium onto my sheet?
Yeah, there should be. If you kind of just like an item, if you have your sheet open and you drag it onto your sheet, it may glitch if you have your sheet in like a separate window instead of just a pop-up on your screen.
No, I have it as a pop-up. Let me close it and open it again. Oh, okay. Strange. Now it's there.
Yeah,
So
it just might have been a
worked, but
slow
it didn't
load
update
thing.
on my screen. Interesting. Okay, thank you.
Roll20 is totally in a state of flux. Every time they make a big update, even with a token marker, it's such a small update, there's always whack things that happen. But that maybe that's one of them. Yeah, cool. We'll go to the big map. It didn't seem like you guys were gonna stay at the Wizard of Wines for too long. But as morning dawns, once again we're greeted by the cold gray twilight of the mist that chokes all of Barovia. Davian kind of greets you with some breakfast. Him and his sons and his daughter and his son-in-law Dag. But they're pretty welcoming company. They seem to be genuinely excited about what you've done, and more excited about the prospect of getting one of the gyms back than anything. I kind of see that some of them talk about kind of changing their language about what's going to happen to the winery and stuff. But yeah, they mentioned that. Let's see, 2 of the sons. It'll be Adrian and Elvir plan to take the horses and the cart and drop the barrels of wine off at one at Crake and one at Valaki. And they plan to take off this day and offer if anyone wants to come, they'd be more than welcome for the company. Otherwise, they wish you farewell. You also notice at breakfast that there's quite a bit of children, quite a few children actually, as well. 4 children, including a baby. They get the names: teenage son named Claudu, 2 boys, Martin and Vigo, and a baby girl named Yolanda.
Be cool. Sorry.
No worries.
Are all of these your children?
What?
Well, I talked to the family in general, but you guys all brothers and sisters or friends?
Oh, no, we're the Mardikovs. The teenage boy speaks up. Well, my grandpa Davian, he's kind of the leader of. Well, we have this cool nickname. Have you heard it yet?
I think I have, yeah.
Well, what's our password? Our secret password?
Okay, here goes. Caw.
You see him kind of bust out into a laugh and kind of elbow his 2 brothers, his younger brothers. I got
Oh,
you.
that's 2.
We don't have a password. We're the keepers of the feather. That's our name.
Oh,
Grandpa said we could tell you. And that's my mom, Stefania. My dad's Dag. I know it's hard to get those 2 together, but Dag, Dad, Dag. Yeah, that's my dad. I call him Dad. Oh, and uncles Adrian and Elvir, they're the ones that are gonna take the wine. And well, we had Uncle Erwin and Aunt. I'm blanking on her name because I don't get to see her very often. But they're in Valaki.
It's just I seen your family in Villaki. They got the boys there too. A lot of boys in your family.
Yeah, we like to ask questions a lot, especially why.
How? When? Where? It's good to ask questions.
Yeah, how else can you learn things? Why, what's your next plan? What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna hang out here with us?
Nah, we got work to do to save Barovia. I guess. But we'll try to get back one of your gems, I guess, and you guys will be back to working. I don't know if you look forward to that or not.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to have wine again. I was just getting old enough to drink it too. Dad said I could drink it next summer, and now we don't have any wine. But yeah, if you get the gems back, I can try it.
We'll try.
Do you need help with directions, mister?
Look, let me get back to you on that. I'm gonna talk to my friends real quick.
Okay.
We'll decide what to do. But just hang around and just finish your breakfast. I won't let it go to waste.
You see him go back to his old Cheerios.
All right, guys. I have something to tell you. This Baba Lazar that everyone keeps talking about. I know of her. In fact, she's actually a master puppeteer. Some of my creations are based off her work.
What, did she train you or something? To your mentor?
No, I found some old tomes and stuff. She didn't write it herself, but she was mentioned and cited as to how to use puppets to their full potential. I might be able to get us in, but to get the gem from her will be another story. She out exceeds me when it comes to puppeteering.
What do you think she'd want with something like that?
To grow maybe trees in order to make even more puppets faster. Or not just any sort of trees, just like magic trees. That might improve her puppets.
Where's Did you get the location of the swamp?
I didn't ask it, but I wanted to make sure we would know what we were doing first before.
So, two questions. Number one, we did what we came here to do. Just as far as the ultimate goal, is this worth our time?
I mean, I'm not sure they'll let us in if we don't. Sure, we cleared it out, but I don't think this will be enough to let us in.
Well,
I mean, they're going to get one shipment. How are they going to know?
Well, technically, the agreement was for us to get them one barrel and they let us in.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I will say, having at least one of the gems back so they can make wine and raise the spirits of the two towns that we're going to ask for help later on might not be a bad decision.
I think getting rid of is going to raise the spirits far more than wine.
Also, you could see it as if we leave the people on the hill south from here alone, they're just gonna end up attacking this place anyway. And if we do pay Baba a visit, however things go down, whether we do it how we usually handle things and just outright kill her or actually just talk to her, I might be able to learn something from her or her writings or her blueprints or the puppets she keeps around to further improve my puppets to almost perfection.
You
So are
know,
you of the mind that we should do both the druids and Baba?
I'm of the mind to do one or the other, and then if we need to further improve our forces to make the siege on Strahd's castle, then come back to the other one. But at least one should suffice.
now that I think about it, I do think Winrail brings up a point at least, and at the very least, I'm sure Crick might be willing to actually help us retrieve the gem from the druids if it means bringing back more wine.
Serena, you've been here long enough, you know that they're not gonna let guards out of their city.
It's worth a try.
I don't
Or
think.
at least getting more out of it. It doesn't seem like there's anything in it for us. This isn't going to get us any closer to getting rid of Strahd. And if we go around doing everybody's errands, trying to fix everything, we're going to die of old age before we get to Strahd.
And
That's what
now that I also
That's what you were
think,
doing in Valaki.
right,
At least we could
it
do
would be
something
nice not to.
here.
Plus,
This is the people of the feathers. They're really good spies. We could get information from pretty much anywhere with these guys.
well, I'd also like to bring up with our experience with Valaki and how it treated children, I would also like to check in on them and see how they're doing, just to put that at ease.
Well, the children are in Crick.
That's what I meant, those children. I mean, I don't think they're in any danger, but just from prior experience, what happens to children here, I don't think it would hurt.
And then I asked the question back, what's so important in Crick that we need to go there right away, aside from the children.
Vasili's there. I thought we wanted to try to get him as an ally. These birds, they dropped a rock. I mean, that's not going to take Strahd out.
We
And I don't
know.
know what great information they've given us so far.
And we did come here with the intent of getting into Crick.
Yes, but we also we didn't come here just for Crake. We also told Erwin Martikov that we would come here and help out his family's farm.
And if we have Vine, it'll be easier to make companions with everybody. Because everybody likes Vine and Barovia, apparently, to the point where they'll do anything for it.
I'm not against going after these druids, but I would like to go to Crick.
Okay, and if we come back and this place is destroyed because we left the druids alone, what then?
I mean, we don't. I think I'm actually with Elward on this one. I think we should take care of the druids, and then if we need to later on, we can always go take out this Baba Yaga.
Yeah, Baba's not going anywhere. She's like millions of years old.
I think we should take out the druids and secure the farm, the vineyard a bit more, and then we just go back to Crake. They said that this hill was only a day's travel south. If it secures the farm and gets them if it secures the vineyard and gets them a gem, and then they can make more wine, raising spirits, inevitably giving us better. I mean, if your spirits are higher, you're going to fight better for our inevitable showdown with Strahd.
No one that drinks wine has made any type of commitment to fight Strahd.
It's true, there is no guarantee they'll help us.
Well, Jensen, seems like we're at an impasse.
I'm saying the way we've been going at things has been working out to our favor. We change it up a little, maybe something might work.
I say we go with the majority, and it looks like this decision's up to Jensen, and I'm fine.
I'm fine with that too. Not unreasonable.
He is the most level-headed.
That I disagree with. He's the most level-headed in all of Barovia.
You're not too far from him, you see.
I've been quite level-headed.
Hey, you guys talking about my fucked up skin again?
What? No.
No.
We're asking for your.
And you will notice that part of Jensen's head is in fact flat, pulled very taut as the skin is still.
We can if you like.
We were wondering. We were asking what you would want to do. Do you want to go take out the rest of the druids down the hill, or do you just want to go back to Craig?
Kill some shit is not an answer, but it's still an answer.
You want to kill some shit sooner or later?
I mean, he could technically kill
So
shit.
when you put things in words Jensen understand.
Yeah, like the shortest path to killing some shit, right? That's usually what he's like. Yeah, I mean, fuck this place. It's been terrible since we got here, and things haven't gotten much better. But we've come this far. I'm not one for leaving a job on. Let's go kill us some druids.
All right.
They mentioned the mist. I think the staves might be able to help us get entry. No one has to touch them. I can hold them with my puppets. It wouldn't be like I'm touching them. Because I'm not attuned to it or anything.
I honestly think we should just blast our way in. That's what we usually
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. But I'm just saying, we could use the staffs if. Remember what they said, that the mist is covering the hill. The staffs might be a key.
That is true.
Or we could even disguise ourselves as dirty druids. You guys, I'm pretty good at making dirty druid disguises.
I don't think any of us speak whatever they speak, so it's probably not going to work.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that the guys before were just yelling.
Yeah, Lynn, did it actually sound like they were speaking the language, or were they like screaming?
Since none of us speak druid, I'm just assuming they're just yelling.
Yeah, it would have sounded like garbled yelling and high, like really ragey screaming, but there was language to it.
Well, from what we were told, there's going to be more than the world.
Well, at least we know now. We just have to focus the druids.
Well, plants are susceptible to burning.
You see, at that remark, Davian has kind of been leaning over, not very kind of conspicuously, but kind of, that stuff outside, I was hoping to burn it later today. A bit of help might be liked, but if you wish to use it, more power to you.
Yeah, just for now. If I feel like it doesn't get us anywhere, then I'll definitely destroy it.
Do you have a map? I can point you out where the Esther Hill is, as well as the lost city of Perez. Well, what is the city? A lost village, and not it's just a swamp. And he'll kind of indicate that Yester Hill is just to the south of you guys. About there.
Yeah.
And Berez is far to the east, south of Argenvostholt. Way over there. Kind of on the tributary of the Luna River.
Oh, is that the swamp?
Yeah, the swamp.
If it helps you, those scarecrows are really just puppets. So if you hit them with fire, they should burn out. If ever comes to a rise at your vineyard again.
Well, they honestly could be called scare ravens. They scared the crow out of us.
Uh, now you just made everything awkward. Thanks. I'm gonna do that thing where like the group makes a circle and I'm just like closing up the circle so none of us is looking at him. Like, yeah, we're going back to our conversation. Thanks.
Yeah, coupon. Sorry to interject.
No, not as you, as Lennon, but the wizard. The popular kids at school kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like the plan is to go to Yester Hill. If there's any last business at the winery that we want to take care of, feel free to speak now. They do indicate a shortcut, kind of across the pasture land towards the path that leads to Yester Hill. They warn you, like anyone else would, that it's obviously dangerous, but not any more dangerous than the path would be.
No, just during the downtime too, I would have started making some blueprints for a new weapon using the pen. Crap, what's her name? Shaoliki.
Oh, wow, yeah. The pin that her dad made, or from her dad's shop.
Yeah, just gonna start doodling and making, sort of coming up with a blueprint for a new.
Yeah, as you kind of writing, you feel extra inspired. It's like the pen itself is speaking to you and warm to your touch. Like the ink, as you kind of finish a really particular design part, seems to glow bright and flash quickly as it kind of aligns itself. All the editing is done instantly for you. It's a beautiful design, and you feel emboldened. You get 1 spirit point.
Oh, nice.
And I'll give 300 XP to everyone for the roleplay breakfast and stuff. I like that. That was very enjoyable. How are you taking care of this? Or what are you doing with that staff? Were you just leaving it implanted and moving on?
I'm gonna break it over my knee.
Taking it with me, but I'm not holding it up. Irene the puppet's holding it.
She picks up the wet, spongy staff.
I say we break it.
Okay. Are we in the majority that we break it? I'm against, but I'm always for the majority now. Because apparently that's the only way to get through to you guys.
As long as it's not hurting us at the moment, I don't see why we have to. I actually agree with you again, Elwood, that potentially having it at the hill might be.
Let it be known on this day, Elwood and Dimitri was 2 for 2 for agreements.
Like catching lightning in a bottle.
It's either an omen or a blessing.
The only time we agree, and this is going to our death.
It's literally a stick wrapped onto a stick, wrapped onto another stick.
I'm just saying, I'm not touching it. If your puppets touch it, I don't care. But
What can go wrong, guys?
As Ada picks up the stick, you start to hear this voice creep into the back of your skull.
No, that's normal. can't be a ventriloquist and not have voices in your head. Right stick, and then the stick moves as talks. Yeah, what's the big idea, man?
You did notice those druids were pretty horrendous looking. Their flesh was very gaunt and grayish colored.
But that's just the Norman Barovia.
Yeah, it actually is pretty normal. Yeah, so it sounds like we're kind of at an impasse. Like someone wanted to carry the stick and someone want to break it. Well, what's the verdict?
Or would say, I'm just gonna take it up to the hill to go through the mist, and then as soon as we're through, I'm just gonna chuck it or destroy it.
That seems reasonable to me. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll carry it and to the hill, and then hopefully deal with it afterwards. Let's see. Let's start towards the back. Serena, do you mind rolling for random encounters as we push through towards Yester Hill? Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna get our random encounters in finally.
All right.
All random encounters are bad.
Roll a d12 plus a d8 for me, Serena. One d12 and one d8.
It's good. Strahd's like, you guys are taking too long. I'm just gonna end this now.
Ugh. Okay. Okay, cool. Roll a d4 for me, Serena. Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay. As we kind of follow the shortcut through the vineyard, we have to cross through a little gap in the woods. But as you are coming through the woods, you see it's almost like a man-like figure. You kind of startle him as you all approach. His back is turned to a Barovian pine tree, and he's kind of going up and down as if he's scratching his back on this tree. The figure is caked in gray mud, and it looks like he's clutching a crude stone axe. You're not really sure if it's a man or a woman. It's just impossible to tell. As you startle, the figure kind of circles around behind the tree, and is trying to hide from you. What do you do?
I think I would just leave it alone, to be honest.
Cool.
Does everybody see it, or was it just Serena?
You could have all seen it, yeah.
If he's hiding, if he's trying to hide, I'm not gonna go over him.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem to be bothering us.
Yeah. As you pass on, you find the trail, and as you kind of move through the forest, the little gap, you kind of see the figure kind of stick his head out of the woods a bit, and give a low whistle, almost like a sign of relief, and then disappear back into the woods.
Before he goes away, I'll tell him there's danger this way, Azela, and point towards the hill. Yes, go far away from the hill as possible. It's very dangerous.
And you see this in common?
Yep.
It doesn't seem to understand.
Okay.
Or it doesn't react at all.
Nice.
It tries to stay hidden, not very well. But
have we encountered these encountered wild folk before? That was mentioned.
It looks like, I mean, similar build. The only the closest you got to wild folk was the people that were with the hunters, but they looked a lot more. They were also
Civilized.
speaking. Yeah, yeah. Looks like wild folk that were kind of taken in.
Gentrified.
Yeah. But yeah, you can each take 100 experience for that.
See, now all encounters are bad encounters.
As we kind of get to the foot of Yester Hill, it's beginning to hit nighttime. Do we want to rest or push on?
We have a couple of humans, so fighting at nighttime would be tough for us.
Yeah, I'd say rest. There's no point because I don't think we're gonna get that much of an advantage going on at night. Might as well fight during.
Well, we should take this night to discuss strategy.
Indeed.
So,
Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Dimitri, then, for random encounters.
Yeah.
Does that hit it for nighttime? No. We just missed.
thanks.
Yeah. So your nighttime will go uneventful. Perhaps, in fact, as you kind of bed down for camp, you do see like almost like a glint of light kind of coming off from the west. Let's see, who has the highest? Serena, you have the highest passive perception, and Dimitri actually as well. You two would hear almost like the faint sound of a bell coming from the west, like a church bell ringing, but then it fades away. Feel free to roleplay your nighttime if you want.
It's a bell. I think I'm on last watch, so I don't think Serena and I are on the same.
Like before watch, yeah.
I was before watch. Yeah, I forgot to update my passive perception. It's 16 now.
Oh dang!
Ooh. Well, I'll give it to you then. First, I mean, you both could have heard it. We'll say the DC was 14.
Oh no, that's not why I was doing it. I totally forgot to change it after proficiency had gone up.
So, the plan is maybe Winrow Jensen and Irina Puppet hold the front line
And what?
as the foreground. And then Ada, Dimitri, and Serena try to shoot the druids from afar. And then if the guys in the front are getting overrun, then Serena and I will go to the front lines to support.
That's not a bad idea.
So once again, Dimitri, you'll be having center stage. And we'll back you up.
Try my best.
That's all we can ask for.
With strategy in mind, and well rested, in fact. Outside maybe the dulcim bell that rang in a few of your ears. We have a successful long rest. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, did it sound like the bell? I'm not sure if do we hear the bell from the death knell, or is it just enemies that are hurt?
Yeah, you hear it. It's an audible bell at the end of his glaive, but you're not affected by it.
Oh, okay. Did the bell sound like that?
No, much deeper and much larger. Like a church bell. Like like those big steeple things that have that huge bell.
Yeah. And you said it came from the west?
Yeah, like the southwest.
Oh, southwest. Like in the direction of the hill.
Yeah, I'd say at like 8 o'clock.
Okay. Well, yeah, in that case, I would have told everyone. It sounds like, I'm not sure what it is, but it sounds like there's a bell ringing about in the direction we're going.
Not sure. A lot of weird things happening around here.
Yeah, with a bit of mystery on our minds, we do wake up in the morning, a successful long rest. I'm not going to make you roll for random encounters for this one tiny hex we have to do. Maybe I should, but we're not gonna. We're not gonna. As we arrive at Yester Hill. And let me give you some description. As we arrive, this map is huge, by the way. Like, each square is 50 feet.
Alright.
Oh, and I have artwork. You should find the Wizard of Wine's artwork in your handout index. Sorry to give that to you guys last session. But as you kind of wind through this foresty trail, the thick woods lead to a hill covered with dead grass and cairns of black rock. Dark, ominous clouds gather high above, and a single bolt of lightning strikes the hilltop. West of the hill, the land, the woods, and the sky vanish behind a towering wall of fog. And here's what this looks like. You can see the cairns completely surround the hill. Towards the peak of the hill, you do see this stone enclosure with what looks to be like a massive figure standing in the middle of it. As in just a bit higher towards the peak, a kind of a wide ring of trees with a large, grotesque black one in the center.
That's a big tree. We see them control plans, hopefully. It's not one of them.
Knowing our luck, it might be.
Yeah,
Probably is.
just assume that one's a blight then. Let's go at this cautiously. We could deal with the big one. I'm finding it's a druid.
Well, if it's like the winery, try and, if you can, focus on the druids. That seems to get at least rid of the blights they were controlling.
Are we already in the mist, or are we like just outside the hill in the mist?
We'll see you guys. We'll use Navi again. You guys are here, and the mist is kind of thick here, but you notice that the wall of mist is kind of towards the west, west of the hill. The real intrepid mist, but outside that, it's not too worse than the rest of Barovia until that point.
Okay. As long as we don't go west, then we're fine. Then so I'm just gonna snap the stick then. If we don't need it.
You're gonna break it.
Yeah.
As you try to snap it, it kind of sponges across your knee a bit, but you try again, and then it snaps in two and kind of unravels, and a piercing rumble shakes throughout the sky, and you see another bolt of lightning strike into the kind of the center point of the hill.
Who?
That's strange.
I don't know if that's good.
They just said that this was part of that tree. Maybe their life forces are connected or something. I don't know. I don't delve too much in nature. I just cut trees down and make puppets out of them. Which is probably the best use of a tree, to be honest.
how do you guys approach as you kind of see a clear-cut path, and at each tier of the hill there's
Last time we went down a clear-cut path didn't work out for us.
I think it worked out fine. We survived.
Well, in terms of just going down the path. Well, I don't mind going down the path again, and then we just enact our strategy where 3 front, 3 back, and then we go from there.
Okay, as you get to about here, Elrond, I need to drag you into DM chat real fast.
Okay.
You hear a whisper, kind of a deep voice carried on the wind. Long have I waited, it says, for one who is worthy. My spear hungers for blood. Retrieve it, and rule these mountains in my stead, just like the mighty warriors from the early days of the Whispering Wall. And just as the wind kind of blows through your ears, the voice subsides. But then I'm gonna, you have like a strong compulsion, kind of you're drawn to one of the cairns on the hillside. I'll ding it for you, but it's the second row. It's like the higher tier of cairns, 4th one to the left. Do you see which one I'm dinging?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll put you back. Welcome back. And so we'll continue up the hill. We're going to follow that same path.
Oh man.
Should we go around a little bit?
Whatever, Elward. We can't trust you anymore.
Yeah.
You can't just beat 'em.
Let's do the opposite of what Elward said.
Oh, then how much feet to a square?
50. It's 50. It's really big map scale map.
Ooh. No, never mind. I thought the map was a lot smaller. Never mind that plan. Straight through the path it is, I guess.
As we linger for a bit, another lightning bolt strikes down into the center of the hill.
Is it striking down in this circle?
Yeah, you see it as you can. Give me a perception check.
Oh, maybe they're doing something bad over there.
Oh, you notice pretty well, actually. It looks like it's striking along this rock line. You see that it doesn't seem to strike on the path, but every time it struck so far, maybe the 3rd time was a charm. On the 3rd time, you realize that every time the lightning has struck, it's been on one of these boulders along the center point of the hill.
Wait, what boulders?
So I'll give you a description as you get maybe you edge a bit closer.
These boulders up here around the...
Right, yeah, those. Atop the hill is a wide ring of black boulders and smaller rocks that collectively form a makeshift wall enclosing a field of dead grass. You see that the lightning is striking the edge of the ring from time to time, illuminating a ghastly 50-foot tall statue made of tightly woven twigs and packed with black earth. The statue, as you get closer, seems to resemble something, resembling a towering man, cloaked, handsome, and fanged.
Oh.
Ah, crap.
Let's stop this. I don't know what this is, but let's stop it. This looks like bad news. Do we see anyone up there? Oh, because we're still at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the boulders are range between 5 to 10 feet, kind of blocking your view of the inner circle. But yeah, we can continue. As you get about higher, you get about here, just about to enter the ring, and once again the lightning strikes out, and a thunderous crack. But what you catch out of your sight is not just the towering figure. but the man himself, riding upon his fiery steed, Bucephalus, and Strahd von Zarevich. He kind of props down on top of the western part of the hill, and staring out to the west, staring towards this wall of fog. And what you see as he stares at the wall of fog, it seems to shift. The sound of church bells rings in your ears. Yes, as you look west into this curtain of fog, you see a white fortress on a hill above a great city. The city appears quite distant, maybe a mile away. However, the fog obscures all of the details. As the vision kind of fades, you hear the final echoes of a large church bell. You see Strahd kind of stride back atop of his horse and fly out towards the boulders. He flies over the boulder circle and lands somewhere in the middle. As he does so, you hear a low, ominous chanting begin. Ah-wee-oh, ah-wee-oh. What do you guys do?
Okay, the last time we heard some creepy chanting within the death house, and a giant-ass creature came out. I say we stop this before this thing happens. Who's with me?
Well, yes, let's go.
Might
Yeah,
as well.
you promised me killing.
I don't know about everybody, but a word in. The puppets are going to start sprinting up to go there faster, and as soon as I'm with range of one of the chanters, I'm going to start launching firebolts.
Yeah, we'll change maps.
Seeing Elward take off is a bit surprising, but I'll be like, all right, and then I'll take off after.
I don't know what to do. I'm just basing off pure experience. Death House, I think they were like, one must die. One must die.
It's just like different for Elward, so it's like taking Dimitri by surprise. Like, all right, no problem.
Once you get a deformity, shit changes.
So you can reposition yourselves on this map as you kind of enter through the black rocks. But when you get about there, we'll start rolling for initiative. But as you guys reposition yourself, and you kind of rush through, you see where the chanting is coming. What you thought maybe have been shallow graves, rocks kind of tumble as mud-caked individuals, gaunt figures with gray taut skin, unearth themselves from the eastern portion of this circle enclosement as they claw their way out of the ground.
Sorry, what time? What's the
It's early.
darkness level?
It's early, yeah, so you can see. It should be totally visible. I mean, it's like dull great. It's always a twilight in Barovia. It's never really bright, but it's morning, if you could call it that. But you see various gaunt individuals carrying gnarly black staffs, several with crude stone axes as they come out. The ones with the black staffs are chanting, hollering in their awful tones. The Lord of Darkness himself, Strahd von Zarevich, perched atop one of the stone altars to the west. He kind of
Am I
looks.
the only one that doesn't see the box? Sorry, I thought you were done.
Oh, no worries. He looks bemused as you enter the circle, and kind of rests his hand on his chin to see what you do. Everyone's in the turn order?
Yeah, you can remove Ada accidentally. Rolled for her, not me. Oh, the bottom.
And
We really stunk it up this time.
Last time this happened, didn't go so well in the last campaign.
as you rush through the rock, along the path in between the rock wall barrier. Dimitri, you see the tall figure, the statue of Strahd himself, this huge wooden thing. It seems to pulsate with energy and rhythm to the chanting of the druids. What do you do?
Oh man. This is probably really dumb,
There's no such thing in D&D.
but I think it's gonna happen.
Frontline Dimitri.
I'm gonna move 20 feet forward, so I believe I'm within 80 feet. Okay, I'm within 80 feet of Strahd. I loaded my silver bullets into that thing, so let's use them. I'm gonna spend a grip point on the first one and do violent shot on Strahd. Not sure if 19's a hit.
As you fire your weapon out towards Strahd, he kind of lazily waves his other hand, and a magic force field interposes itself between you and him. The bullet gets stopped short.
Ah, that stupid thing. Alright, well, I'm gonna... Yeah, let's do it again. Screw it. No violent shot this time. Just a regular shot. Oh my god, that's awful.
It disintegrates as it hits the shield once again.
Rolled. What did I roll? Oh, it was a 3. Okay, I'm good. Yeah, and then looking a bit defeated, I'm just going to back up 10 feet. The rest of my move, and then I guess the shield is much better than what
I'll help you with the done button. Strahd kind of looks pretty interested in this, and kind of picks his head up a bit and smiles. Welcome. Should be a fun night tonight. And the berserkers go. Oh my. Okay, what's their speed? Probably 30. Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're all pretty much. They like heft up their stone axes as they crawl out of the dirt and all rush towards you. That one makes it to about. Okay, I think that's the berserkers. They all dashed. Strahd just kind of rests himself. He kind of looks like he's mumbling something under his breath a bit, but you're not totally sure what's going on. And he kind of flutters into the sky, but he flies about 30 feet up. So now he's about 40 feet above you guys. Your turn, Serena.
All right, I'm gonna move out, and then that guy should be in range. So I'm gonna fire a wyvern arrow at.
At who?
That druid.
Okay, go for it.
Precision.
11 is a hit, actually.
Oh, it is. Okay.
And you get some poison, right?
Ooh.
Ooh.
My goodness.
Yeah, the poison is sweet. That's your assassin arrows, right?
Uh-huh. What I got from Aragol.
That's you solo.
Do you want to describe the skill?
I'd like to imagine that it just goes in and he's just like, oh, it's an arrow, and then the poison starts running through. He's like, oh no, and he falls over.
Yeah. The chanting of this druid stops for a moment, and you hear a very befuddled call. Maybe the language isn't comprehensible, but it is clear that the words are of surprise and like, oh no, and he falls dead.
And I'm gonna do the same to the one like.
That's it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, let's see. Let me give you a con save.
These are
Still
actually
a lot
pretty
of
good
damage.
rolls too.
How much poison do you got?
I've got 5 left.
Oh
As
my god.
you fire out yet another arrow and you strike another druid. Perhaps not an oh no is so clear as so much as an oh I see what happened, and he falls dead as well.
And I'm gonna just move back towards the back and.
The undead druids are all going to kind of begin to circle up and continue their chant. Oh, yo. That's their turn. They seem to be kind of shifting and dancing about, stomping their feet, thrashing their little wooden staffs up into the air. Your turn, Winrel.
Okay. Okay. Quick question. For spirit guardians, they don't follow me if I move, right? They're just in the area that around me when I cast.
No, they follow you. They're centered on you.
Oh, okay. Cool. Okay,
Oh,
then
yeah.
I will do that.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's like a 10 foot, right? Or is it 15 foot?
15, I think it says. Yep, 15-foot range and 15 foot around myself target.
Any requests on color shading for your aura? Oh, you can actually do it yourself, actually. If you double click on your token, if you double click on your token, you should see auras, and both will be visible to players. You can just type 15 and change the color. Nice. There you go.
And then I guess I'll move up some so that way I catch them if they come, since Dimitri's kind of out of my range. And that's gonna be it.
Nice. Yeah, indeed. What do your spirit guardians look like, actually?
Oh yeah, little baby wolves.
As your what you expected to be baby wolves come out, you notice that they're all skeletal baby wolves. Perhaps the dark atmosphere of Barovia kind of warping the spell a bit.
All right,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Barovia can't even let us have baby wolves.
Sorry.
Asshole.
I won't make it be a madness check, but it does sound creepy. Elward, your turn.
All right. Elward yells out, "All right, good job sticking to the plan, everyone." Dimitri and Elward just looks at Dimitri very disappointed. Just nods his head. I thought we were having a good day. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay. Ada's gonna go on all fours, muzzle out, and it's gonna fire off at the very north one.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh, I rolled a 2 on one of the dice. Sad face.
I mean, hey, at least a hit, you know.
At least it.
We take those.
And then at my turn, I yell out as Strahd, when are we receiving our dinner invitation? And that's my turn.
He'll respond. Well, do you have your wine? Irene is getting a bit testy. Your turn, Jensen.
All right, I'm
We're
gonna
trying to retrieve it
rush,
right now.
brusquely rush past Dimitri here, and up to the first. What are these guys again? These are the
Wild folk.
They're like
Wild-
angry native people with big stone axes.
Angie.
okay. So and just to clarify, they are aggressive, right? They're not
Very
like,
aggressive.
They're not like running. Okay, they're not like running away from the druids. They're
I think
actually
you literally
running.
saw them come out of the ground.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. No mercy. Running up the first one. The strike.
That's a hit.
Oh my bad. I had to forget to do that right now.
And we'll strike again.
That's another hit as you slice into it twice.
Ooh. Oh, these guys are a little hardier. Okay. I will hold my ground there.
Just say, I remember these guys can't really hit twice, but they can hit hard.
Okay, cool. Yeah, indeed. All right. Was that the last turn?
For the turn order.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay,
think
new
so.
round.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right.
Your turn,
Can we do
Jensen.
shoot Strahd again?
Wanna step 5 feet? I'm gonna reload, so spend one of my actions to reload just to normal bullets. And then I want to fire between Jensen and Serena.
You mean Irina?
Irina, that's what I meant. Sorry. And basically, I think that should hit all those berserkers in line plus the 2 druids.
I think so.
I think that only hits one druid, because the
Can-
one in Gunther is already
what's-
dead.
Hold on, I gotta.
What's your range?
It's 80 feet. I forgot to check the measurement on that. Oh, that's 75 to the back druid,
Oh, wow.
or 80 to the back druid.
Okay, go for it.
I like how we're showing Strahd strats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a bad.
Well, that's what this is.
That's very insightful.
So yeah, let's just do it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 hit.
27 is a hit.
Then I believe I'll do sneak attack on that first one,
Okay, go
since
for
it's
it.
right next to 3. And then I say 6, so 6 more.
Oh no. Thankfully you got lucky.
Actually,
oh, no. That's a double
well, no.
crit fail.
No!
The crits don't matter on the after the first.
Yeah, I think you think it's a crit fail on that.
Like the crit fails are just fails because I'm not
Yeah,
shooting.
because you
the
can't
gun
misload. Yeah, you can't misfire on that. Jeez.
Yeah, I can throw because piercing shot even says it doesn't. Like the ones after the first one don't count toward the misfire.
Double ones. Yeah,
Maybe that bullet should ricochet back and
I
somehow
suppose you could just
magically
have it stop
hit
at that
Dimitri.
one, though.
yeah.
I mean, you can.
I think that's what we'll call it. Is the bullet would have ended at that one. Like instead of going through, it just will kind of like stop in the corpse beforehand.
Oh, you're
So
kinda out of it.
stop on the first fail.
On the no, on the double fail.
Oh, that was the last guy anyway.
Okay, never mind. Well, that'll work.
Okay.
All right, first hit. Second is a miss. Third is a hit.
25 is a miss.
9 was a miss. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
27
25 is a
was the
hit.
first.
Sorry.
Okay.
There's a lot of rolls. 27 is a hit.
Sorry.
9 is a miss. 19 is definitely a hit.
I'm looking at the GIF, like, why are they all lined up like that?
They're just running down the trail. They didn't know someone could shoot through them all at once.
That's a
Oh,
new
now I see it. Now
factor.
they're on a truck.
Oh, it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Spend action surge and do it 2 more times.
Oh my goodness.
Well, at least 1 more time because I only have 1 more group point left. So the
Okay,
third
go
one
for
might.
it.
Yeah, you have to kill somebody to get that grit back.
I gotta kill somebody. This is again.
Kill somebody.
I will. Oh man, did he attack yet? No, because they just ran out.
Yeah, no
Yeah, they
reckless yet.
dashed.
11's a miss. Does piercing shot still work even if you miss?
So it says on a hit.
And that's a misfire too.
No, it's not. My misfire. Oh, it is. Then, in that case, I will spend a luck. I forgot it raises the misfire score by 1. But yeah, I'll luck point that. Oh my
no!
God.
So your gun jams, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But you can spend an action. You action search, so you still have 1 more attack. Or does it take your whole action to? It takes the whole action, doesn't it? You can reload with an attack, but you have to action for a repair.
Yeah, I'd spend an action to repair it.
That was a terrible set of rolls. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh my God. Love 2 misfires.
No. You did the most here.
I got 1 off, and then
you got your supporting crew to hold the line for you.
I guess I'll just throw a dagger at this front barbarian or front berserker then.
Go for it.
When guns don't work.
Oh, wait,
No, not the dagger.
Oh my God.
The dagger's been failing you all day.
Oh, I actually need 2 crit fails because that first one was your first attack, right?
Oh, right.
I need 2 crit fails, dude.
How many ones did you? I mean, this is what happens when you roll a lot, but you got like 6 ones.
So the first one's just a miss. And a misfire, but that's okay. The second one, you actually did roll out. Oh man, you were so concerned about Matilda, you got ready to toss your dagger, and it just, and then you remembered your groin was sensitive, and it got you all discombobulated, and you fall down.
I'm gonna spend half my movement to get up.
And you fall down, and you quickly jump and just dust yourself off.
and then fuck off 15 feet. And just
like you're embarrassing a super straw.
Oh, you. How much movement did you move to get to the spot though? You might not have.
5. Sorry, so I had to go back. You're right. I've moved 5 feet forward to get to that spot.
Cool.
In that case, yeah, I'm done after all those ones.
I mean, hey,
All right, this
getting
is
them
the
out
best
of the
outcome. Normally, after so many ones, you'd be like dead or something, but falling down is not the worst.
we had a pretty decent strategy.
At least I got 1 piercing shot off, so I'm gonna take that as a win.
That's true.
My goodness. Yeah. Pretty awesome. The berserker's going to go. One of them is within your spirit guardians already, as though like the skeletal baby wolves pound upon it. Go ahead. Do you want to roll per damage, Winrel? Or do you want to roll like 1 time and apply it for a round?
Oh boy.
There's pros and cons to both.
I want to roll per.
Per. That's always fun. It's like a whiz save, right? So the first one will fail your whiz probably. Yeah. So go ahead and roll for that one.
Oh, cool. They're neutral. That should.
So go ahead and roll your Spirit Guardians damage. 8. That's not bad. As the skeletal baby wolves kind of pound into that one, it will go. It's gonna let's see. It's just gonna rage slash at one of you.
If it swings at Jensen, I'm going to use protection.
It's gonna swing at Irina.
Damn it, I jinxed it.
It's gonna attack recklessly. And hitting for 5 slashing. That's a pretty light blow for a berserker. Okay, the next one.
Sorry, on that attack, I'd like to use my reaction to do a sentinel.
Oh yeah, go for it. 13 is just a hit as you react quite quickly to the berserker taking its attention off you. Oh no, 22 is a hit because it attacked recklessly. You have an advantage.
Woo!
And it's looking pretty rough. It's blood and mud covering its whole body. This one's gonna kind of it hasn't gone reckless quite yet. It's gonna kind of strafe the Spirit Guardians and step over here and attack Irina recklessly. And he kind of goes raged. 21 to hit for 7 slashing on Irina.
Irina was dodging.
Dodge, so...
Oh, thank you. 14 is a miss.
Nice. Good job, Irina.
This one here is no longer. It doesn't see a way of sidestepping, so it's just gonna barge its way through. As it enters, I'll give you a Spirit Guardian save. It passes, but it still takes half, so go ahead and roll Spirit Guardians. You can roll it once more because another one's going to enter.
Let's go, babies. Let's go, babies.
Alright, just one more?
2 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damage is damage.
damage is damage. Oh, that's a good
Nice.
one. Even better.
Ooh. Even with
Very
that,
nice.
that's not bad.
Alright, and those two made it in. One will swing at Irina for sure. At normal. For attacking recklessly.
Yep.
14 is a miss.
Nice.
And the other one is going to swing at her. Man, Irina is catching these berserkers' eye. It's going to swing again at normal. For
She's so pretty.
Yeah, very well made puppet. That's another miss.
I forgot this Stroud reacting to Irina puppet at all. I fucking unveiled
Yeah,
my
he
secret
looks.
ace.
He definitely looks amused and very interested. Can kind of see him smiling warmly towards her, but not surprised in any way. Almost as if he knew what she is already.
Indeed.
Take a bit of a different approach and kind of come from above. Go ahead and roll your Spirit Guardians again. Both of them are going to try, so you can go and roll 2 more times as 2 more berserkers enter. Both failing.
Thanks. Baby puppies.
Nice. This one would have had to
Baby
dash,
squad.
and it'll make it to here. Yeah, he'll stay there. Kind of slides down the slope a bit. Let's see, 30.
Paw Patrol.
That one had to dash as well because of the Spirit Guardians and the distance. But we'll stop there. Both of them got hit by the. That's all the berserkers. You see Strahd upon Bucephalus kind of ride his horse over in the air a bit.
That's so cool.
He rides. Bucephalus flies like fire, just spreading across the sky, leaving streak marks across. And he kind of waves a finger. No, no, no. I will have my fun tonight. Do not try to stop this. I will have to interfere. And he cast out a spell. And I need Serena, Dimitri, and Elward all to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh no, my worst skill.
Oh, and I already used my inspiration. Shit.
I used mine too. Give me luck of the Irish. Nope.
Oh, and his his stuff is whispered. So if you look at the video, you'll see the stuff, but not on right now, not live. Unfortunately, all of you failed.
Wait, a 25?
Oh, 25?
Because I used superior
Oh,
willpower.
thank you. 25 is not a failure. 17 would have been.
Nice.
25 is a pass. But unfortunately, you feel your limbs lock up. You're unable to move at all. You become held, both Dimitri and Elward. And I'll let you choose whatever little cool new status token you want. I think there's like some lightning bolts that might work, or whatever you like. That's Strahd's turn. Serena, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to... I'll move a bit over there. Let's see. Pretty sure all the druids are in range. I'm going to fire a normal arrow at the wounded one.
Wanna go for it?
Nice.
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
I'm going to make that sharpened, so I'll add a D. Oh.
So close as you fire a piercing arrow, it strikes into the druid. The chanting continues, though.
And I'm going to fire one more normal one at him.
Go for it. Woo. Just a hit for a druid.
Nice.
Come on, where was that before?
And that becomes a kill as you fire 2 quick arrows, striking down a third druid.
And I'm going to action surge.
Yeah, go for it.
That one's getting a wyvern arrow.
Yeah, go for it, man. That's a hit. Fails. And because of the failure, it becomes a kill as the wyvern arrow strikes into this guy. That'll be the last Oreo he chants.
And then, same thing with that one. Another wyvern.
Go for it. With another wyvern. That's another hit and a kill. Or maybe a kill, I don't know. Let me see the con save. No, he saves this time, so it's not a kill.
Alright, that's fine.
And I'm just going to back up to over. And that's
Cool. At the end of your turn, you see Strahd's going to show his hand a bit. He's going to use a legendary action. Down to the ground, interposing himself between you all and the druids. Well said. Do not ruin my fun, or I will have to get a bit upset. I'd want to see what happens. And the druids continue to kind of dance and do their thing as they chant. You see the final two kind of take up a bit more of a defensive stance, but they continue to chant, and that's all they can do on their turn. Winrail.
Okay. Mm. I can do it. I was thinking about taking an attack of opportunity, but I'll just stay where. Okay, I will. Okay, cool. I will shoot a guiding bolt at that last druid.
Cool. Yeah, go for it. You have disadvantages. They're now dodging. And just
Okay,
a
I'll
bit of
use-
cover from the Bucephalus.
Okay, I'll use my inspiration.
You have advantage. At the one
Okay,
that's
and I'm
hurt
gonna-
or the one that's not hurt?
Oh, I thought they were all dead. I'll shoot at the hurt one then.
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna go at level 2.
You have advantage, so roll one more time.
Nice.
He explodes.
Becomes a hit. As you strike, your bolt fires out and deep into this druid, exploding in an array of golden fire.
Yay!
Oh,
Strahd's gonna be mad.
that's what I want.
And then oh nope, that'll be it.
Elward, I need a wisdom saving throw as you find yourself still locked up.
I'm pretty sure I can never pass it unless I hit a 20.
Still a failure. Sorry, man.
Oh, crap.
Still held. Jensen.
Alright. Still gonna attack the one I've been wailing on. Let's do that here.
As you try to... Oh, no, you have advantage. As you smack into him, he falls to the ground dead as you slay one of them.
Yes.
And there is a lot of hurt
Oh,
ones.
son of a bitch. 1. Damn it.
Oh, man. But a lot of them are possibly... Let's see. 1, 2, 3 are all within range. And all fail.
So y'all take one.
That's right. 1 hole.
Dang.
And I'll spend my next attack hitting I'll hit this one behind me. I don't love having that one behind me right there. Let's swing that.
That is definitely a hit.
I'm gonna action surge now. And I will use another hit. Let's see, another swing.
Nice.
And that becomes a crit, because he... No, he dashed, I'm sorry.
Still,
Dang it. But still a hit. Still a pretty nice hit.
Okay. And then I should have one more attack.
That is also a hit as you slice into him once more. They're pretty meaty. He's still on his feet.
nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that guy seems meaty. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's everything. So, all right. Where's my turn button? I'm done.
At the end of this round, how do you guys feel? Do you want to call it here? Or do you feel okay?
I'm good to continue going for a little more.
Yeah, for a little bit more.
We won't go past 12:30.
Oh, definitely. But
Okay, cool. Dimitri, your turn.
Alright, I need to make a save.
you can do it.
It's gonna be tough, but...
Still held. Unless you want to use the luck. How many lucks do you have left?
Well, they reset every day, so I have 2. Cause I just, so yeah, I'll use 1, screw it. I don't want to be held.
You meet it. That is what you need. You pass.
Yeah!
I think it's the end of your turn, though, right?
Protagonist powers.
I believe so. It's the end of the turn, but at least I'm not held anymore.
You're no
That's
longer
good.
restrained. Yeah, that is key.
Now you're not going
Alright.
to get crit on.
I can do stuff. I don't just have to stand there. But that's all right. That's all I can do, so I'm done.
Okay, cool. The Berserker's gonna go. All 4 of the living ones are still within your. Oh no, 4 of the 5 are still within. 1 is still not in. So I'm gonna roll 4 whiz saves, and if you don't mind rolling 4 Spirit Guardians attacks.
Hoping one of them dies from
Nice. Ooh, triple 14s.
I think it's all fails. No, they're probably not. I think it's you. Oh, there.
I can't. The DC is. I don't think it's 12. What's your attack? Your Spirit Guardians, attack damage?
Oh, sorry. I was all busy.
Giving it up.
I was all busy working on that gift.
No worries.
All right, how many you need me to roll? 4?
Yeah, 4 times.
Oh, it's 14.
Ooh, 3 passes in, just barely.
I hope the one that failed is the one that's almost dead. It's nice damage all around, though.
Got some red circles.
Yeah, that the one that. Oh no, 16 was the biggest, but 14 hit the one that failed, which was nice. All right, the Berserker is going to go now. This one's going to kind of continue getting down off the little ledge, and let's see who it swings. Winrail, it's going to try to chomp into you. It swings with advantage as it swings recklessly. 18 to hit, I think is maybe it's just a hit, isn't it? For 5 slashing, and I need a Constitution saving throw, Winrail.
So 1, right?
Yes, 1. This is not magical or silvered. Unfortunately, your Spirit Guardians drop. So the way you remove your aura is you just double click on your token and cancel out the 15. Just kind of delete it. But
Was that the one above Winrail or to the
above,
southwest?
between Winrail and Dimitri. But the next one between you and Winrail will be going next. We'll see who attacks. It's going to try to attack Winrail. 20 to hit Winrail for 11 slashing. And then did you want to use your reaction, Jensen?
Yes, I would.
That is a hit and becomes a kill as it kind of stabs into Winrail through her armor. You lop off its head.
All right, through the chanting and the fog, everyone hears the low gong.
That's a little better.
That is nice, and that will affect all the ones that are hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 3. One of them is dead. So it would have been 4 slashing on you, Winrail.
Yep, I took it. Yep.
2 pass, 1 fail. 2 failure. No, sorry. It was 3 total. 2 pass, 1 fail.
They're taking it again?
Oh wait, I don't reach all. I think I reach all 4, don't I?
Yeah,
the
2
other
of
one's
them
not
are
hit.
dead. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, one's not hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're...
Yeah, okay, that's that Berserker. Now the one, there's 2 that are next to Irina that are gonna attack Irina. Is she still dodging?
No, I'm
Oh,
restrained. so
sorry. Yeah, so it's gonna attack
basically
with advantage.
attacking her in restraint too.
Would she be restrained? I think it would just be normal. Well, advantage.
Either way, it'll be an advantage. 14 is still a miss. Maybe they're expecting her to dodge and misinterprets it. The second one, though, attacks with all of its fury and hitting into Irina for 18. Then there's one left that has a chance to attack Irina or Jensen. It's going to try to attack you, Jensen. It's going to recklessly attack again. 15 is a miss, and that is the Berserkers. Oh my goodness. Strahd is furious as he kind of looks down at the slain druids. Well, you better keep chanting. I want to see what happens. You didn't build this effigy for nothing. And
How many rocks are letting up yet?
how many rocks?
Well, how many?
Maybe a lightning bolt has kind of struck down once during the combat, but you see that the effigy of Strahd, the huge statue, is pulsating at quite a bit of a rhythm. It seems like it's pulsating 7 times faster than it was before.
Oh man.
And it's kind of increased at a certain amount each round, based on something. But yeah, Strahd is going to ride out. He's pretty furious. Kind of rides about 40 feet into the air and 50 feet this way. So he's hovering about 40 feet above you guys. Come on, I want to see what happens. It must be fun. Are we really going to end the party so early? And what he's going to do this time is
Fireball.
that's a good idea, but sorry, there's just so many options.
Yes. Show us those options.
I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, he's gonna, as he kind of looks down, he kind of points a finger, and you see a small little ember of fire come out, and it drops from his finger down to the ground. And a fireball indeed is coming out. Just because that's what he's gonna do right at this range.
Oh,
He's gonna focus it there.
it's the Berserker at least.
Yeah, we'll hit one of the Berserkers. I need a dex save, everybody. If you're held, I think you auto-fail.
Oh my god, my saves are not doing good today.
Looking to beat 18. So 24 is the damage. The Berserker fails.
Oh, the damage is 24, you said?
Damage is 24, so Dimitri, you'll take 24 damage. Serena, you pass, so you only take 12. Jensen, you pass as well. You're nimble on your feet. You only take 12 fire damage. Winrel, you fail, so you take 24. And I'm guessing Ada and Irina both just fail, auto fail, 24. And that's Strahd. Your turn, Serena.
Surprised that Berserker is still alive.
Just barely.
I'm gonna move a bit over to there, and since that druid is all by himself, I'm gonna he's dodging, so it's disadvantage.
You gonna fire it at the druid?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it, man.
All right. Is it normal? Is it disadvantage?
It's a disadvantage, yeah, because it's dodging. But it doesn't have cover anymore.
It is a wyvern arrow.
Go for it. 12 is a hit.
Nice.
Oof. It fails. Describe the kill as you slay the last evil druid.
I think as he's chanting, I'm just firing it as he's so focused on chanting that it just kind of goes right between his eyes. And he just kind of falls over while Strahd's just paying attention.
As the last druid falls and the chanting comes to a close, the battlefield quiets up a bit. You look over at the statue, and it seems as if it never beat at all. The pulsating comes to a close. The roots that had entangled it are no longer there. Strahd looks utterly disappointed.
And I'm just going to flash him a smile, and then move back over here, and I'm going to fire a normal arrow at this.
Go for it.
Which is, he's attacked recklessly, right?
He has, yeah.
I'm going to spend one superiority die to make that a sharpened.
You don't need to. That is a
Oh,
kill.
Nice. And I'm going to pop off a second wind, and that'll be it for me.
At the end of your turn, Strahd's going to use another legendary action, as he kind of hovers over you once more. He's going to kind of flutter about 60 feet over you guys, directly above you. I'm going to leave his token where it's at, though, but he's kind of directly above you, 60 feet up. Your turn, Winrel. Oh no. What's is it on a 6 or a 1?
It's a 6, thank goodness.
Okay, good.
Okay, I will go for Mass Healing Word. Not excellent. Oh no, actually, that was the best I could get.
Yeah,
Never mind.
that's max. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. So all of you are within range. You'd all heal 7.
And that'll be all. Oh no, wait, that's a bonus. We covered this. Okay.
Yeah, you can still.
Okay. I will move up and smack at this guy. I don't know if it's even worthwhile with Strahd here, but
Yeah, that is a hit as you smack into this guy. You have advantage if you want to roll again. Just in case for the crit. Alright, still a pretty nasty blow.
I think, I forgot. I think Elward would have got to save again when he took damage from the fire.
From the whole person? Maybe so. Let me double check.
I think it's when they take damage. I think.
Yeah, when you take damage, you get to make a save, I'm pretty sure.
No, at the end of... choose a team of targets you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each turn, the target can make another wisdom save. That's just at the end of the turn.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Sorry.
oh, I thought that too. Strange.
I think that's charmed. Yeah, unfortunately, you're still held, Ulward. Jensen, your turn.
All right. I guess I'm gonna move in. I'm gonna move into the space right here, and I want to hit the one that Winril is facing. If the 12 misses, I will use a precision strike.
You have advantage. 17 and 26 are both hits.
Sweet. All right, cool. Whack, whack, and sadly, that's all I got.
As the round switches over once again, the chanting has come to a stop. You see the effigy begins to crumble, and as the roots kind of displace themselves from them, Strahd hovering above you in the air. I have been courteous to this point. You have insulted me too far. I shall show you who rules this land. One of you will be returning with me, not with this life, but with a curse. The curse I will show you. And with that threat, we'll call session.
Oh, damn.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, I'd rather not see what happened to that effigy. So
Nobody let me forget. I want to hold up the bottle of the wine that he wants.
Nice. Yeah.
I need to remember that my gun is still currently jammed.
Oh yeah. I'll make sure those two statements are included in the recording. And another statement I will include in the recording is, just as a precaution, make sure you have one backup ready to go just in case for next session.
yeah, sounds better.
Strahd is really mad.